Hello. Hello, hello. Hey, Rance, welcome. Welcome, Poi. Welcome. Let's jump into it. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Do this. Okay. Back to Dustborn again. I hope the next song in the game goes, "We are the Dustborn, goo 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 job." Man, I really hope the next song goes, "We are the Dustborn." Word. I don't know. Just the lyrics, they're so catchy. They just stick in my head so well. Like an I'm the Walrus. Yes, of course. Because we should just... We should just copy things. I agree. I think Dustborn would do a lot better if we did that, to be honest with you. Okay. Been working on my own shitty story today, so my 2 single brain cells are active. Nice. Congratulations. Good job getting some work done on something. And that's always good. I think I also had a productive morning. I think I prefer streaming in the afternoons when I guess like when I have something to do, because I feel like I'm usually pretty drained after streams. And I think today actually I'm a little tired, so I might want to not go for too long today. Just a little beat, I think. Yeah, we're continuing Dustborn. For anyone who's not aware, we are working on like a document on the side just to record my thoughts about this game from a design lens. That's what I'm really trying to do. It's important to me that basically like, this game, the vibe check on this game is that it's pretty bad. I think that's my personal vibe check on it as well at the moment, but usually it's, you know, I think people should be allowed to say what they're gonna say, but like if the game is bad, unfortunately it's bad, right? Usually people who write things and have something to say, like usually those people are kind of smart, you know, like they make observations and they say things in pretty like profound ways, right? And this game has really not accomplished that, in my opinion. I have not really worked on the document since last week. I haven't really opened it. I haven't written anything. I know I wanted to do like chapter breakdowns for the scenes, basically, and I know last time we spent a lot of time basically talking about the campfire kind of scenes, which I didn't really take much issue with from a design standpoint. I thought they were fine. Like, you know, the dialogue was kind of cringe, but it wasn't bad explicitly. Like, it was clearly written for a particular audience. And if people were to appreciate that, then they probably vibe with it. And we can see that in the reviews. Like, there are people who basically say they really liked interacting with the crew, that's probably a highlight of the game for them, so, like, good for that. However, the chapter we just played was pretty abysmally bad. Like, I think a pretty embarrassing show of game quality. And the lens that we're using to determine that is mostly through self-determination theory, which I will talk about every single time. Do the game mechanics support the player's agency? Do the game mechanics support the player's expression of mastery over the game systems? And then do they have some kind of relatedness aspect to them, which usually is like the social aspect, or in this case, like how do you relate to the characters, which is a little bit harder to quantify within the realm of hard design. But the short list was basically I made a pretty key decision to leave the door closed at the start of the chapter. We were in like some kind of camp. I wanted to leave the door closed because I felt like it was inappropriate to bring more of the crew members into the village, particularly at the request of the people in the village. Like, it didn't seem correct to do so. And then that decision was not respected by the game, as in my party did end up in the village despite me not doing anything. There was also no nod in the story to suggest that they acknowledged that I left them outside. It was just assumed that the story went as it went, and then, they had an assumed outcome, which is particularly bad in narrative-driven games. Particularly bad to assume that a player would do basically anything. Also, I think the way that they were representing problems, like I've made a big point of harping on their perceived design pillar, that there should be power in words, which, makes you kind of think, oh, we're gonna have, like, good conversation, we're gonna have good discussion, talking is gonna matter, and it really seems like every problem in this game is solved with, like, just about anything except for talking to people. Like, you will use your superpowers to manipulate people, and make them feel bad, and you'll use a literal meme machine to, like, pull negative thoughts out of people's heads. But the one thing you can't do is literally talk to them. That is the one thing you cannot do. So I don't think there is any way to sabotage your own main messaging more than literally not applying it at all. Like, I don't even think I need to, like, explain much more for design outside of, like, you just, like, literally can't talk to people. So, like, what do you want me to say? I don't know. What else was there? I think that's most of it. Oh, also... there was something along the lines of, like, the antagonist in the previous chapter was, like, they were kind of depicted as, like, a radical, like, political spectrum kind of person. I think that's, like, the caricature that they made. Like, it's pretty obvious to most people who play, I think, would be able to see that this is, like, a caricature of, like, someone who is ranting about political ideology. And the thing that I would say is that, like, I think the game does a very bad job of making them seem crazy. Because I don't remember who pointed it out last stream, but the reality of the discourse that was happening in that chapter did include the fact that they were running an illegal drug operation, and also that a society that was very against guns was now forced to use guns. So, like, there's nuance to that discussion, right? I think that if some people were like, hey, can we find better ways to do this? Right? Like, basically the game's conclusion was that the means justifies the ends, and that the person complaining about change was a crazy psychopath. Which again, like, are words powerful? Is there nuance? Is there discussion? Is there anything? No, this person is crazy, we're gonna turn the hate mob on them, and then they're going to literally be emotionally damaged, probably for the perceivable future. So, once again, I'm usually a pretty, like, calm person, I like to think, where a lot of the things I say are in hyperbole. But really the vibe that I get when I play this game is, like frankly embarrassing. And I just, like, don't really know how else to say it. So I did also make another note, because we do have a section in the document talking about design pillars. And I did make an entry that said, okay, once again, I'm going to try and take a step back and remove myself from the situation, despite thinking that it's, like, ridiculous. So what if we assume that the game's design pillars were actually, well, you need to make people feel bad, you can weaponize the hate mob. Like, what if these are actually their design pillars or their beliefs? Like, that's what they're trying to prove, basically. And I am interested in seeing, moving forward, if that's what they feel like the solution is, in air quotes. Like, if they think that effectively manipulation, like social manipulation, both on, like, the micro scale, like person to person, and on the macro scale, like turning hate mobs on people, is, like, the correct way to do things. Because, as I said at the start, it's like, I can disagree with what they're saying, but if the tenets of design are that you are trying to meet the telos of what you're trying to say, and what they were trying to say was that it is correct to turn a hate mob on someone and emotionally damage them, and that those people deserve it, then I guess they're meeting their design goals, right? I suppose. Can't really say they're wrong, as far as they did what they wanted to do. I'll definitely call it stupid. But it's the thing that really rubs me the wrong way is that they make a claim that that there is power in words. Because this is something I actually think is important, and I think people need to recognize that, like, you know, having some degree of discussion on things is important, right? Like, just general understanding, right, will go a long way in your life. And this game really fails to do that, so it's disappointing. Okay, so anyways, let's catch up with chat. That was my soapbox. My 10-minute soapbox. To be fair, it was a brave choice to have the player play a persecuted individual who is also the antagonist. Yeah, I mean, if they wanted the player to be the antagonist, you know what I mean? That's, interesting. I guess we'll find out. Oh, we also played combat. The combat was bad. I should really make notes about the combat, but I don't really want to. It's kind of bad. Okay. Yeah, I don't think so either. I really hope the story gets back on track, since I'm gonna be honest, this whole ghost thing, yeah, the whole ghost thing has been kind of cringe. It's funny how the game that's supposed to be about the power of words has us constantly take away people's personal agency. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and somehow the intro to combat was worse. Yeah, like, insane, honestly. Like, sure, the story beats were embarrassingly bad, but wow, the combat was like, whoo, baby, whoo, boy, oh, goodness gracious me. We're still playing. Of course we're still playing this. We're gonna hear what they have to say. I will comment on it when I need to vent my frustrations about how stupid I think it is. And then we're gonna try and point out some conclusions about the design. That's what we do. So let's do that. Okay. Let's play the game. I got everyone caught up. Continue. Yeah, it also seems to be the case that we want to capture memes in our meme boy. And that is a way of... We can remove people's negative thoughts by capturing them into a meme, which I also wanted to say is a very strange conclusion, as if to say, like, you know, they're being very on the nose, right? And if we assume that what they mean is, so whenever someone says something stupid or that you disagree with, make a meme out of it and they should stop. Like, that should remove the negative thought from their head. Which is a ridiculous claim. I have no idea where they got that from. But it is both very on the nose and also insane. So... Okay. Not only was the combat bad, but the writing in that scene was so terrible. Also terrible. It really felt like they just added it in there just to have it. Like, you could have given her a bat without enemies to give it to her. Yeah, like, what? It's like, are you going to attack someone without a weapon? It's like, no. And then they hand a bat to you. I mean, here's the thing, right? Is like, that seems to be the comedy of the game, right? Like, that's what they think is funny. Which, again, you know, I can laugh at the sheer stupidity of it. But it's, like, I laugh at a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, I can find the humor in a lot of things. So, yes, I can look at that and be like, that's so stupid and funny. Like, I get it. Right? But it is kind of ridiculous. Oh, yeah, I guess the other thing is that, like, this game just, like, doesn't really take itself seriously, or it feels like it doesn't take itself seriously. Which makes it, like, almost come off as a parody of itself, which is funny. Is there a... Do you see that? What is that? Why is there a... What is that render there? Why is that happening? Why does it just have a circle there for the shadow? You see that? Do you see that? I don't normally make comments on technical things. But what is that? Is that because I have it set to low graphics? It might be. Okay. I don't normally have comments of... I don't usually make technical comments because I don't know what their technical restrictions are. Frankly, I'm not a tech artist, and, you know, I don't know how complicated their stuff was for that, but that was definitely a little weird. Yeah, the tone is all over the place. Sometimes it takes itself seriously, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, there's a lot of tonal whiplash as well, going between, like, oh, we're on a camping trip, to you should kill yourself now in Minecraft. Which, like, you know, I make a joke, but, like, look at this person. Look at her. Like, she's not okay, dude. So, yeah. It's an anime censor. Like, the shadow, it's too lewd. Man. If my shadow could do things to me. Okay. I can see where they got the name meme from, as memes as any concept or idea passed between humans, including hateful beliefs. Then again, I kind of doubt the devs thought about it that way. Yeah, the way that I thought of it was like, oh, if it's like a meme as in like, guys, we should capture people's bad thoughts into memes, as in we should literally make fun of them. Which I guess is a bit of a leap in logic now that I think about it. Maybe it's more along what you're saying, where they just kind of like were saying it as a very literal interpretation of these are passed along beliefs. Like that's what they were going with. To which I would say, you know, there's probably an onus on you to, like, understand the landscape of current human culture, and naming something a meme is really not a good idea, you know? If you didn't want something to be associated with something that it is very closely associated with, language-wise, then why would you do that, right? That's strange, right? Running in circles in games while yapping is my favorite floor activity. Thank you. I mean, it's what I do. That's what I do. Oh, they have a walk button. Oh, holding shift is to walk. Oh, I didn't know that. Also, the beliefs themselves are called echoes, while the machine that removes them is the meme. So who really knows? Well, yeah, that's what I... Good to point that out. But that's what I was kind of trying to get at, right? Where it's like, we're going to capture their echoes in a meme, right? So it feels like what they're trying to say by being really on the nose is like, take the echoes out of them by capturing it into a meme, right? So, like, they're suggesting, like, political memes, for example, would be a good way of bullying people into not having those beliefs anymore. But the thing is, I don't know how accurate that is, which, again, not really my place to comment as far as design is concerned, to say whether that is right or wrong, right? You could actually make a claim that it's good design if that's what they believe, that is, you know, following the thing. But my case is really more against the power of words thing, right? Where we really don't solve problems by talking. We solve problems by literally yelling at people, which I guess is also the power of words. That's why I recorded the thing in the document, right? So, it is not accurate at all. Being ridiculed for political beliefs make people believe it 90% of the time. Yeah, that's my anecdotal experience. You know what I mean? Like, making fun of or shaming someone for a particular thing that they would be willing to die on a hill for just makes people double down, right? People are very defiant. So, for example, like, if I talked to anyone on this team and I told them how stupid their game was, but they really believed in their beliefs, then, like, they probably won't back down, right? If I were to talk to one of the devs on this team and I asked them, like, how I would approach the conversation in theory is to go, hey, like, what were you trying to accomplish with this game? Because for me, like, you can create a touchstone and be like, well, for me, talking and discussion is, like, really important for solving problems. I actually think it's, like, one of the cornerstones of the things that have improved my life. And communicating, understanding, like, showing some basic empathy has, like, really, really improved my life. So is that, like, what we were trying to do with this game? Because, like, I can get behind that. And if they say yes, then, like, I can start asking questions. Like, do we feel like it was a good idea to like, do this design decision or this one or this one? Because I don't feel like that represents the power of words. And then they say something like, well, we wanted people to understand that they can, like, yell about things and have change happen. You know, to which, like, there's a different discussion, right? Like, we have to figure it out at that point to be like, okay, so what would people be receptive to, right? That's maybe a question. And then there's also, like, I could see trying to empower, like, it's okay to, like, basically be the bad guy to get change to happen, right? If that's a thing they were trying to communicate. But I kind of wonder about, like, even from that lens, I wouldn't make the player feel bad about what they're doing. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to empower people to use, like, manipulative tactics effectively, then I think the design would be, like lean a lot more to empowering people for making those decisions rather than making them feel bad. Which, I don't know. Maybe the only reason that I feel bad while I'm playing this game is because I have basic human empathy, and everybody on the design team was a sociopath. So, like, maybe they just didn't understand that yelling at people is bad. Who knows? Yeah. Which, depending on how you send that message, could be good. If the message is, you should speak up for what you believe, that's much more digestible than scream at people until they give up. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. I feel like this game shows a lot more scream at people until they give up. Like that seems to be what we're doing. Like, we're literally making people feel bad until they give up. That's what we're doing. Whereas, like, speak up for what you believe in, and then it's like, well, there's kind of a difficult thing to do there, right? Like, I'm thinking of ideas. And then if you go, well, speak up for what you believe in, let's say this conflict here, right? The conflict was between, you know, should we go back to the old ways, or should we, like, do this new stuff, right? So it's like the village leader currently represents the new stuff. This young blood currently represents the old stuff. If you want to truly empower someone to speak up for what they believe in, I think that it would, like, benefit you a lot more to make both outcomes good. So, like, if you choose to side with the old ways and you want to make it go back, then you should face struggle, you should face pushback for that decision as a player, but ultimately it should work out in the end. Because then the dev team isn't making a moral judgment on what you want to do in the scenario, right? It's more empowering you to speak up for what you believe in. Like, it doesn't matter what you think. You should, like, go through the tribulations to, like, fight against the system or whatever. And then regardless, if you, like, yell at people to do that, it's fine. If you talk it out, like, that's fine. Right? But I don't think this game does that. Like, this game kind of forces you to use your powers and then makes you feel bad about it, and then, like, leaves people emotionally crippled. So, you know, I don't... But, like, do you see how effective that is, Poi? Like, you were basically like, this is what I think the problem is, but if it was this, you can actually get behind that. Right? It's like, speak up for what you believe in. And then as soon as we change that qualifier, it, like, becomes so much easier to talk about what the correct solution is. Right? So it's like, it's really, like, that is the progression of design. Right? Is that, like, we come up with things that we want to highlight. Like, those become the design pillars. And then, like, what is correct becomes, like, a lot more obvious. Right? Like, the creativity or, like, unique solutions that you can come up with to represent that idea from a gameplay standpoint become, like, way, way, way more obvious. Which, again, if their message was scream at people until they give up, well, I mean, I guess they're doing that, right? I can't fault them. But it is pretty morally reprehensible. You know what I mean? And then I think there's also the argument that, like, design is about bridging the gap between what you're trying to display and the end user. So you could argue that making things some amount of digestible or having a purpose or, like, representing an idea that is digestible, right, is the onus is on you as the designer to be able to make it digestible to a certain extent. It is not all on the end user to be able to interpret your art. You gotta help them. Right? Which is why good art, good words, good narratives, like legendary books, texts, whatever, are all written by people who, like, kind of know what the fuck they're talking about. So, I mean, debatable. But what I'm saying is that at the time of those texts being useful to people, I think they were probably good, right? Like, they weren't objectively bad from narrative standpoints or, like, stuff like that. That wasn't the most cohesive point ever, but my biggest complaint right now is the order of these events feels off. Like, if they wanted to include things, proper foreshadowing would be nice. I don't think that's the message, and if it was, then probably not a good idea to shame the player for doing that, which they've done constantly. Yeah, so I think in the first few streams, I've had, like, a really tough time trying to gauge or figure out what the studio was trying to prove or show. And that's what's frustrating about it, because I think if it was more obvious, like if I knew what the studio was trying to do, it'd be easier for me to get into the headspace and go like, well, I mean, if they're trying to say this, I can't fault them, right? But it really is that it's all over the place. Like, I can't understand what the combination of their game mechanics, the way that they put it all together in order to, like, have some greater message or whatever, like, it's just not clear. Or, yeah, and to me, it's probably that they wanted to do a particular thing, but they simply were unable to execute on, you know, the gameplay, the narrative. Like, they just weren't able to make good decisions and do good game design, right? Is what I'm leaning towards. Oh, I just realized that I don't have my controller plugged in. I played this game on controller before. I'm gonna go plug that in. Hold on a second. Because I don't know, I think I'm a pretty understanding guy. Most of the time. Try my best to understand things. So, I think there's a bit of a disconnect here. Okay. Let's... Oh, what else were you saying? It's easier to fool someone than to convince them they have been fooled. Sun Tzu or some shit. It's easier to fool someone than to convince someone they have been fooled. I'm a little confused. That is to say, it is easier to make someone believe something rather than... I don't know. This is the first understand your type game. Yes. I feel like they're saying you can remove harmful ideas, memes, but the portrayal doesn't make sense. Oh, that was like actually a person that you know about. Interesting.
Hey, where are you coming from?
Your sister. Her workshop. She's working on the robot. She said she'd send it back to the bus as soon as it's ready.
Okay. She's in the workshop? I'm gonna go talk to Z. Get everyone together. We're leaving soon. With or without my sister.
I mean, what part of the setup do you feel like, you know, led to it being interesting? Right? The schizo girl? Soren is fairly well known. I mean, I'm not a very well-read individual, and I'll be very transparent about that. Right? Because the thing that I actually... It's really interesting. The thing for me is that I find that if I am too attached to any set of ideas, basically, right? Except for, like, you know, the one that I tend to talk about, right? Is that, like, it excludes my ability to gain, like, new knowledge, basically. Or I feel like it gets in the way. Which is why I don't tend to read a lot of things. It's hard to read you if you're transparent. Wait, what does that mean? I don't read philosophy either. but even I've heard of them. I see. You can tell I'm not saying the name because I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, the point is I'm not a very well-read individual. Yeah. I find it more difficult to observe things in a vacuum if I keep applying lenses of consideration to it. That's part of it, but also I just don't like reading.
You're surprisingly hardy. And your model would probably be unrepairable. Oh, they don't...
Can you fix it?
You're in my space.
Fix it. Just cut him off. Get it.
Of course I can fix it.
Change
Damage
sort of...
isn't too bad, mostly cosmetic. Some servos, a broken arm. Lucky for you, I collect robot parts.
Okay, so I feel like the best way to approach this is to talk about the robot and not talk about her, because she is currently in the middle. We are in her space. She is doing something for us. It would probably be pertinent for us to talk about the robot. I'm not even going to try to explain how to pronounce a Danish name. There. I think it was the scene where you went to her house. As you walked towards her, she teleported. It was unnerving and made me a little interested to see her deal. When you went to her house... when was that? Like the tower scene? And she teleported away? So you thought the superpower was cool.
I just need to reboot this thing, do some final checks, and then you can get the fuck out of here and never come back.
We
Okay.
really needed to drive the bus because
It'll be able to drive.
Okay.
Hey, there you are. Mind running a quick system diagnostic for me?
My core systems are operational. A full run-through of all subroutines will take approximately...
Don't bother. If you can walk, talk, and drive, we're done here.
I believe I'm capable of performing those tasks. Oh, hello, Pax.
Also, wow, we really hate robots, huh? Even the mechanic girl hates robots. She was literally like, can you do a quick system check? And it's like, I can do a system check. And it's like, don't do that. Okay. Got it.
How are things progressing with your sister and mother?
Dismiss robot. Wait, what does that mean? Like, I just can't deal with that machine right now.
Trouble with the TOLBOI unit. It was quite unexpected.
Get going. Okay.
Robots don't usually damage other robots. It's embedded in our core programming, but I guess that unit had been modified somehow.
Yeah, should I maybe just, like, continue listening to him?
Thank you for fixing me up, ma'am. I take it you were Pax's sister?
I guess so.
Okay. Did I say something? Or... I don't know if I should say anything.
I missed you so much. I waited. And waited. I repaired your meme. I kept it in perfect order. I was so broken. I thought I was the reason you left. My only hope was that you come back for that thing.
The fact she was just talking to herself, unaware of your presence, the fact you had to shout at her multiple times to get her attention, that she was so out of her mind. I think it was a cool setup for a scene, even if it wasn't really clear on what you were supposed to do. Yeah, so I guess what I would say is that maybe that scene would have made more sense to me if, like, it was clear what happened when you pressed Y for the first time, because I don't know if I just missed it or something, but, like, maybe not calling any attention to it was kind of a problem. So maybe what would make that scene more effective is, you, like, when you do it the first time, like, you immediately see that something happened. So you press Y, it does, like, a mini cutscene of, like, maybe you grab her shoulder or something, or you get a little closer to her and you go, like, hey, I'm here. And then she teleports away from you. So then you try to chase that, right? Because you know that it had results the first time. And then you keep pressing Y and then trying to get her attention. Maybe that would have been a more effective way at communicating that scene. And also that the thing is, we just needed to, or I just want to outline the fact that she's not actually out of her mind, and Like, I think the whole schizo idea is that, like, she's not, like, actually, like, I was basically making fun of it, right? But, she was just ignoring us. Like, she wasn't actually, she's not out of her mind, right? She was purposefully ignoring us, which is why we had to call out to her multiple times. But yeah, I could see that scene being, like, unsettling, right? Need me a girl who repairs my memes, wife material. Keep my memes intact.
Like if I fixed it for you, maybe you'd love me again. You know, like, I mean, how sick is that? You were my whole world, Pax, and you took that away from me.
Okay.
I hate you. I'll never forgive you.
Understandable.
I know you think that right now.
Okay. Yep.
But is that
I know you think that right now, but I'm about to invalidate the shit out of all of your feelings by saying it will get better. But you see, I'm the main character. You may hate me right now, but actually... Don't worry, you are on a one-way trip to joining the crew.
hell?
Okay.
The school bell. Someone's coming.
Maybe they're just testing.
Wait, what's that sound?
Helicarrier. Justice. Shit.
Justice is here. Time to do some battle. Okay.
What are we doing?
You literally fucking actually just have a flamethrower helicopter. Yeah, man.
Torching
got
the
it.
crops.
You're
Yeah.
here for the opium. Did you?
You've been selling drugs. Did you really think Justice wouldn't notice?
But we do think it's a good idea, and we, you know, condone it because we're not actively against the, you know, the village leader who's here who decided to do all those things. Smoke him if you got him, I guess. Yeah.
Shit! What do?
We get the hell out of here.
I need to find Mom.
And I need to get... I guess running is out of the question.
All right. Hi there.
What the hell is that?
Citizens surrender peacefully.
It's trouble, is what that is. We need a weapon.
Sorry, so why are we not allowed to surrender to them?
You have been charged with the following crimes: illegal occupation of justice property, illegal.
You're in
production
luck.
of illicit
I've been
drugs.
tinkering with something. Put this on.
Okay, well, that's probably why we can't just...
Glove?
Not just a glove. See that bat over there? Grab it. From here.
From...
You are required by law.
That's
we have more
amazing.
magical powers.
How?
Electromagnetic fields. With that glove on, you can control the bat. Throw it, and it comes back.
Sis, you're a genius.
An increased prison sentence.
And I know just how to take this for a spin.
You do not have the right to speak
Right.
to an attorney prior to your arraignment. An attorney may be assigned to
So-
you by justice during your trial. Your sentence.
Oh my god. It's just like, guys, we're gonna make God of War. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make God of War. And then their animation for throwing the axe is just like a wet fart.
I'm in love
Incredible.
with this thing.
Oh, okay, don't get too attached. I want
Just
it
like-
back when all this is over.
Can I throw the thing, please? Versus Justice. Okay. God of War at
What are
home.
they doing?
What do you think they're doing?
Shit.
I'm warning you guys, stay the hell away from me. I hate robots. Seriously. Hate robots.
Like,
Do
look
you
at this.
understand what I'm saying?
The complete lack
You
of
have a
weight
vocal
in it
interface?
is
Yes.
very
And
strange.
yes.
So why didn't you respond?
You didn't ask a question.
Okay, here's a question for you. Can you feel pain?
No.
Shame?
What are you doing?
Banter to help me hit harder.
Oh, is that how it works?
That's how it
Sure,
works.
man, just a linearly localized magnetic field that pulls at that velocity yet is precise enough to slow down the bat so it doesn't shatter your hand.
What
Sure.
time is it?
The current time.
Yeah.
No.
And you know,
No, it's
suspension of
10 o'clock for you,
disbelief,
buddy.
it's a cool idea, or a
It's
cool
my
way to make
time.
God of War at home.
I'm very
However,
confused.
Mind
I do
over
think
matter, bitches.
None of
that the
this
bigger
makes any
concern here
sense
is that this
to me.
animation
None
is
of this
terrible.
makes any sense to me.
Like, she's just kind of like tossing it. She's not like throwing it with like some kind of weight. There's
None
no
of
like
this
screen
makes any
shake.
sense to
There's
me.
no camera
We're running
movement.
out of war bots.
Like basically just the
Time to
arm
throw in the
moves,
towel.
We don't typically.
right? There's no wind up. There's no snap. Right? And I
Is
think,
that it?
We're not done.
yeah, the enemy barely reacts. Yeah.
Yo, leave my friends alone.
Was that supposed to be dramatic? No camera zoom on them like coming in, no like crashing into the ground, no like badassery. Like I swear if they're going for like a comic book style, right? Like there are tons of like hitting the ground frame panels, right? That are like supposed to look cool. So like no emphasis. Yeah. All right.
You're just in time. Let's show these guys what we can do. We've been in some scraps, Sai and me. We've learned to combine our talents. See, we shout at these folks to block them. You know what? It's easier to explain if we just do it.
Okay. So I guess we CC them
Stand down.
and
You
then
stand down.
Stay put.
they do their thing. Yeah, it's just like the classic float in slowly and stand there maneuver. Yeah, so this is, I think people would say that like art, has some degree of subjectivity to it. I think some people claim that, right? But like none of these animations have weight, huh? If they just look goofy, I don't know. That jump up, it's kind of goofy. No? The float in, kind of goofy. The bat throw, kind of goofy. It's a little goofy, Oh. I'll never get over the fact that when you iframe through something, you still get hit. It's very funny to me. Animation, tone, even the writing in these scenes are all very goofy. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, I would just say, like, it's kind of unpolished. What it looks like to me. I don't know how you could look at it and say, like, oh, no, that's, like, really good. Right? It just kind of looks bad. See, that was a decent jump in. That was a decent jump in. They had a camera framing, and then they followed the guy jump in. There was an impact. Hey, that was a little bit better. Why can't you do that with the other guys? Come on. We're just gonna
Remember how
awkwardly
we
stand in
turned the
place
gals
here, huh?
against Fred using Discord? We can do the same thing in combat and trick our enemies into turning on each other.
Okay.
Trust no one.
What did he do? Oh, come on, man. What was that? What was that impact, dude? What was that? What the heck was that? The sign just, like, peacefully broke
You're
apart a
not
little
playing
bit.
fair with
Oh,
that
man.
armor, buddy.
What was that,
Carrying
dude?
Baseball bat.
Oh, man.
Take that. Sniper.
Oh, a sniper. What are we gonna do about that? Oh, my back can't fly that far. Okay.
I throw something, but I can't aim for shit.
Throw. Wait, I have an idea. Follow me.
Okay.
Pax, batter's box, now.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna clock him with my
Remember our
balls.
evening practice games?
Alright. Let's hit it. Slowest aiming sniper of all time. Yeah, I wish I could have just failed and looked it up. I feel like this UI is not helping me. Okay, well, nice. Yeah, it's so nice that the sniper was waiting for us.
Shit! Is that it? It's over?
For now. We really need to leave.
Wait.
Sorry, I missed that space. If you want to steal man instead of iframes, your role has guard point.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What the hell is that? What it... It's just like, it just feels so off. Like, the slow waddle towards us, like,
our sleeve, kid.
you know?
Let's trigger ourselves.
Okay.
Any thoughts on what we're up against?
So trigger is to buff
Try
myself,
harder.
huh?
It's either a justice robot or
Oh,
one of those
okay.
plastic keychains that got magic with a growth spell and possessed by some sort of demon.
Interesting theory. We'll see what the autopsy reveals.
Well, we're not doing an autopsy on that thing.
What do you call it when you open up a robot to see what's inside?
An oil change?
That's it. Ideas?
Okay, is this, you know, is this that thing you do, or an actual question?
Yes, both. I don't know. I don't even know what.
Why did they place mines at the endpoint as well? Sorry, that's actually a complaint that I have. So they put mines on the end square, but that's the place where you're supposed to be contesting it, right? If the dodging pattern is to avoid the mines and then it travels away in a line, the landing spot should not be contested, right? Or like maybe it's contested like usually for a moment, but then it opens up because the threat is the line, not the right? Like you should be free to attack in now, probably.
Sure.
Got him.
Oh, this bat is the best. Can I please keep it?
No, but you can borrow it until it's finished.
It's not finished.
Not by a long shot. I need more parts.
Sorry.
Electromagnets, battery cells, sensors. Wait,
What are you doing?
I thought I'd scavenged all the robots, but obviously not. Well, I've made it easy to upgrade the bat with off-the-shelf parts. Anyone can do it. Even you. Okay, keep an eye out for robot scraps.
Okay.
But once that thing is fully upgraded, I'm taking it back. It's not a gift, okay?
Robot scraps? You got it.
Lock a fifth attack. Shouts regenerate faster. Oh, I guess we... Wait, where can we... Okay. Sorry, so... that was like a 100 MS ball because no way a baseball would have that much force. I mean, yeah. This is actually Forspoken, only the combat is somehow better. Is it better? What happened to our bat from before? Maybe it didn't have the magnet thing, so... We got a cool new magnet thing. Unlocks automatic block counters? Wait, what does that mean? Wait, how did we parry again? How are you supposed to parry? I don't remember. The combat in Forspoken is really bad. Interesting. Use taunt cooldown. I mean, I kind of want to get the counter stuff. The cringe physics ruin it. You guys like metal pipe falls sound effect? Okay.
Now you decide to show up?
I figured I'd only get in the way.
He was ready to jump into the fray.
Metal
Told him to
pipe.
sit back and prepare for departure.
I think we did just fine without him. This is not over. They'll be sending reinforcements.
So we get out. Now. Right, Pax?
Grab the robot and go to the bus. Z, let's find Annie.
I just feel like the timing of the scenes is a little bit off, no? There's always like a little bit of like a few seconds of weird delay where it feels like the fade should have started earlier. Or like the robot wanders in and it's like it's a little too long. Like the robot troopers fly in and they stand there for a little bit too long before it cuts to the comic stuff. Right? It just feels unpolished. Space, you can't say that. No. No. I wasn't gonna say it. No, I swear that I wasn't gonna say it because I thought it was too dumb. I'm not insulting you, but I'm saying like it felt like rude to say it or something, or like, but like it really did, dude. It did not look good. I was restraining myself. But you're so right. I just didn't want to say it. That's so funny.
So Pax is telling the truth? She didn't run away? You sent her away? Why did you lie to me?
We were trying to protect you.
We
had to make sure no one else knew. If outsiders learned that Pax was special... After the incident in Deer Falls, people started talking. We didn't know how much time we had. So we told everyone Pax was troubled, that she ran away. Everyone bought the story.
This is once again another case where if they really wanted us to listen, why'd they put us on a timer?
Things quieted down. But the truth is we sent her away. Rosa and me. Against her will, in the middle of the night, without telling anyone. Without telling you.
Okay. Should we say something now? Like, is it correct to say something now? Or... like...
For 16 years, I thought
Nope.
you just
Okay.
ran.
Again, the timing really throws it off because I'm like, I'm under a time limit. So I'm like, do I choose an option or do I wait to listen? And like that disconnect of time, like, makes this a lot worse.
Away. So you didn't. Okay. But you still didn't try contacting me? I honestly don't care why you left. I do care. You never tried to come back. You never wrote. You never called.
The splash effect at her knees really does not help with the wetting herself allegations.
Just 16 years of fucking silence.
Yeah, we can let her vent. It's okay to vent. I really wish they would have let me apologize after she said her thing. So again, that was another case where it's like, I'm not gonna press the apologize button, like... So there was a pause between when I wasn't supposed to say anything and wait for my sister to say something back. But there, when I was like, okay, it's healthy to vent, like it's okay to listen to people vent, like I waited again to like express basic human empathy. And then, but what I was probably supposed to do is apologize. Because, but I didn't want to cut her off, right? Okay. Yeah, they sent her away because she was in her normal, but Ziggy was totally fine to have around despite the fact that she also openly uses her powers. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Timers are usually at the end of conversations as well. Like, even in Telltale games have this, but you never feel rushed. Oh, that's actually super interesting, Rance. So you're saying that, like, they actually only put the timer when you have to decide something. They don't put it during the conversation. That is a very, very interesting, like, simple UX thing. Yeah, that makes total sense. You should only have the timer on the screen when, like, when it's actually, like, timing you to make the decision. When you're listening to them, you shouldn't put it there because it'll, like, freak people out. So, having the timer is actually a way to communicate what the player is supposed to be doing at the given time. So if the timer is on the screen when you're supposed to be listening, it makes people feel like they should be doing something. But if you don't put the timer on the screen, people are more like willing to listen. But on the flip side, the other flip side of that is if the game is consistent about putting the timer on the screen when you need to make a decision, that's the game's way of communicating to you that you should do something. That's super interesting, actually. That's really, really cool.
So what happened?
That's the kind of shit that you bring up, by the way, when people ask you whether you should have a timer or not in the dialogue menu, is that I would literally go look at, like, a Telltale game. I would look at, you know, probably, like, a Detroit Become Human, right? Like, one of those games, one of the David Cage games, and, like, look to see how they implement that and try to find some kind of, like, through line or, like, what are they doing with the design, right? To figure something out. Which, mind you, you could also come up with that conclusion without it. But it is, you know, in the same way that an artist learns very well from references, like, being able to understand the logic of why people design things a particular way is, like, very critical. It'd be fixed if they just had a very clear, they stop talking time to respond at the end if they still want the cutting off mechanic to be a thing. Also, cutting off being a central mechanic during conversations isn't a great signifier for what the game has to say about communication. I agree.
Why did you send Pax away?
Maybe Pax wants to.
Okay. Gotta tell the story, obviously.
We were in Deer Falls. Market day. How old was I? 15?
16. You just turned 14, Z.
I remember that day. We, found some baseball gear. You know, I helped open the door from inside. We grabbed the gear and ran.
Disconnect between the subtitles and what she was saying.
That's the same bat you just used to fight justice. I also remember you being weird about it. A few months after that, you left.
Some kids saw you in the dugout. They were gonna come after you, so I voxed them.
You... what?
I pushed them. They ran off scared, told others. Rumors started going around.
Okay, so that does actually make a little bit more sense. It's not that both of them have Vox powers. It's that she used them on people who would report them. That does actually make sense.
They were going to come after her. Neither of you was safe. So we sent Pax south, told everyone she ran away. Told you the same story, Z.
Jesus. Why did you not tell me? Either of you.
I don't know, Z. We need to put the past to rest.
This is very frustrating to me. Again, this isn't a design complaint. This isn't a narrative complaint. Like, this is a personal complaint. I don't think that you're allowed to tell people to just get over it. Right? Like, that's not your place. Does that make sense? Like, I think that's a bit disingenuous. to be like, we need to put the past at rest. It's like, no, you fucking lied to me for 16 years. What do you mean? Deflection level 100? It's like, yeah, it's like, no, I don't forgive you. What do you mean? Absolutely don't. Well, you think you can just, like propagate a lie for 16 years and then, like, I'm just gonna forgive you and put the past to rest? No. What do you mean? Literally, what are you talking about? That's deflection. You need to put the past to rest. Nah, you need to take responsibility. Well, the thing is, like, I don't think necessarily that it's something like, no, you also need to take responsibility. It's that, like, I get to choose. Right? It's like, no, I'm not just going to forgive you. What do you mean? Why did you do this? Shrug. Like, that's bizarre, right? Can we make a qualifier for, like, narrative design that's like, this is so fucking stupid that, like, it has to be stupid? Like, it's so stupid from a common sense angle that this is like that it's bad narrative. I know that we can't actually do that because that's the same as any old man yelling at cloud, but like but like it's so bad, dude. This is so bad. Like, what are you talking about? Do you even understand how like getting over trauma works? Like, have you been through trauma ever in your life? Like, what? Hey Ken, how's it going? What is happening right now? We are talking to Annie about how she lied to Z for 16 years. And I paused because Z said, why did neither of you tell me anything? Like, neither of the mothers tell her anything. Like, why did they propagate a lie for 16 years? Right? And she said, we need to put the past to rest. And I was basically like, you don't get to just decide that. Right? Like, you can't just say that. It really makes this supposed older woman very unlikable. Yeah. It's like, you need to move on. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, I think it's fair for people to say something along the lines of, like, there's all kinds of very reasonable responses here, where it's like, no, I don't forgive you. Like, I am not going to put the past at rest, or whatever. I think it's completely reasonable for this person to say, like, I don't know, we thought it was a good idea at the time. That doesn't make up for, like, what we've done to you, right? Because I can see that you've had all of this, like, underlying resentment that was completely misplaced, and I can't imagine how you feel right now, right? Like, that would be the basic human empathy response, and they just, like, were like, deflection 100, you have to put it to rest. It's like, what? That response would make more sense if this wasn't new information to her, but she just found out. Yeah, it's like, putting it to rest is like if she knew for 16 years and, like, held onto the resentment for 16 years. But even then, like, I don't think it's necessary to, like, forgive people, if that makes sense. Right? I think the correct, like, not correct, but a way to do it is that you come to terms with it, right? Like, you're not necessarily looking for forgiveness if you're trying to disarm your own resentment. There's also, like, accepting, like, it is what it is, right? That's not, like, forgiving them, right? It's like, well, that happened to me. And, like, I'm never going to forgive this person in this lifetime, but, like, what am I going to do about it? You know what I mean? Like, that's not like I'm not forgiving them. But, like, I'm not gonna let it ruin my life. I could at least understand why she would say that in character here. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, no. I'm not actively disagreeing with you, Rance. I think you make a good point. I'm just trying to point out that in this scenario, like, I don't think it's necessary for like Z to react in a particular way. We haven't gotten a real choice hurt this whole game. Yeah, probably. I don't know. There was like a couple ways that the scenes could go differently, but these are very weird.
Please forgive us. And don't blame Pax for our mistakes.
Forgive? I mean, I just learned I've been living a lie half my life. So forgiving is one thing. I don't see how any of us can, just move on and be fine with this?
I mean, because again, like, here's the thing, is that I feel like the thing that they want us to do is just like, oh, you have to forgive them. Like, just forgive them. They did nothing wrong. Right? But frankly, like, that's not, like, no, you don't need to do that. Also, it's like their decision, but I guess if, you know, I'm understanding it correctly, like, they don't necessarily want to do that. So it's like, yeah, sure. Fuck him.
Where do I even go from here?
I don't know.
We can move forward without excusing or forgiving what happened.
Okay, yeah.
I know
See, that's what I was
feels
saying.
like she failed us all.
Kind of based.
She didn't. They didn't. And even if I can't forgive what happened, I think I can understand it.
We can never return.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry, my love. I hope someday I can visit you again. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Rosa.
Yeah, sure.
Rosa isn't here, Mom.
How is that supposed to be
She's in your
reassuring?
heart. She's with us wherever
Okay,
we go.
sure.
I'm sorry, but that's seriously? In your heart?
That's the most cornball thing I've ever heard you say, Pax. I didn't think you had it in you.
Wherever we go. Really?
This story gets us to feel pity for certain characters. I don't know if I understand. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Really? That's what...
But you're right. Rosa will always be with us. She's not bound to this place. And neither are you, Z. You need to go with Pax.
Wait, what? No. No way.
What do
I
you
would rather...
think will happen? If you stay with us, sooner or later, justice will come. They'll never believe we fought those troops.
Yeah, but like, isn't that like a good argument for why she should stay here? Is so that she can actually like fight against the justice troops? No?
But if they find you with us, what do you think will happen?
High entropy in molecules.
Oh, so now you're sending me away? Just
like we did with Pax, for everyone's sake and with the very best of intentions. This was a good home, but it's just a place.
Some like random person walks into frame on the side, like why? No, we have mind control powers. We are well within our rights to decide if she forgives or not. Incredible, I love it.
Without the people.
Annie, sorry, but we need to leave.
No, game, no it doesn't. She goes fast. She does not become gas. But
Justice will
incredible.
be here soon.
Come on, girls. Let's go.
I hate to rush things, but there's a good chance more of them are on the way.
We're ready.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, good. We should be able to fit everyone, if you don't mind the cramped
Oh,
seat.
honey, we're not coming with you. We wouldn't get past the first checkpoint. Me and the girls will build ourselves a new home. Enjoy our golden years. Don't worry, no more opium poppies. We'll stick with carrots and potatoes. This one, on the other hand, she's coming with you. She's small and fits anywhere.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I am refusing to say anything about Pax's sister. She's like Florida Peter's pants. Okay, as in unintentionally. For example, we feel empathetic towards Theo because he seems to be a joke to the cast or the robot who is trying to do their job that Pax hates. Sorry for not being clear about it in my previous comment. No. When I asked you to elaborate, I wasn't saying that to be like, what are you, stupid? Like, defend yourself. It's because I literally did not understand what you were saying. Like, the purpose of me prodding at the question is to understand more, because I didn't really understand what you were saying. But you don't have to apologize for that. That's like... That's what this game is supposed to be talking about. Is that it's okay to ask people to, like, provide more explanation. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so what you're trying to say is, like, Theo is kind of like a joke character, so, like, you end up feeling, like, bad for them when the cast is, like, genuinely mean to him. Or, like, you feel bad for the robot when, like, Pax hates the robot so much, but, like, they're just kind of doing their job. Is that what you're trying to get at? Because that's, like, my vibe of those two.
Okay, don't stick around for long. When those guys...
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Poi, is that, like, you're not supposed to feel those ways towards those characters, but it's that, like, it's written so ass backwards that it, like, doesn't make sense.
Wake up.
Furious! We need to get the fuck out of here! Sorry to interrupt the goodbyes, but I'm not staying here a second longer than necessary.
Promise me you'll look after each other.
I know you both want to move on, but I don't want...
If she's saying she doesn't want this, then why not let her stay? I don't know, man. That was what I was trying to say. Okay.
Okay. I'm
Good.
not giving you a choice. Godspeed, girl.
Good stuff, then.
Keep your eyes on the road and never look back.
I love you.
Love you, Z.
Weird camera cut.
To you, Pax.
Another weird camera
Take
cut.
care of yourself, Mom.
That's so strange.
So human, Pax.
I'm full of surprises.
Hey, will she be okay? Your sister?
No idea. But at least she's coming with us.
Look who's up and walking again. How do you feel?
All my systems and limbs are fully operational. The young lady did a very good job.
Let's board before Theo starts yelling at us. I don't think I can deal with that right now.
What's that thing?
Every fiber in my
Functional
body
photography drone.
is
Would you mind if I brought it along
being
and fixed it
used
up?
to
I won't let you
restrain
interfere with my
myself
other
from
duties, of course.
saying stupid
It's just that
things.
I have a lot of spare time on my hands.
Okay.
Of course you can...
Honestly, feel like the robot scene makes sense now since we have more context. Our robot apparently is special, but most robots tend to be evil and emotionless. Sure. Would you not want to make, like, a robot that you can relate to? Like, wouldn't the purpose of doing that being so that you can outline that you can, like, have robots that you can relate to?
Right, Pax? It's cute.
What's cute? Oh, wait, could I have, like, continued talking to them? I don't know. Okay, we are stuck at 11% loading. I'm concerned. Oh, you can't see the loading. It's in the bottom right. There's like a wheel. Okay, it loaded. I was concerned.
They're not. They're not looking for us. They're
Headed for liberty.
Why are we going so slow? Step on it, robot!
Do not step on it. Last thing we need is to get caught speeding.
No chance of that.
What the fuck are we talking about? You're in a car. Like, on a road. What? Why are we freaking out, man?
In this old bird.
Oh, this is fucking insane. What are we doing? They'll know we were there. They'll know it's us. They'll come looking
None
for
of that
us.
is happening, so.
Okay, so see that's actually, I guess, like a nod to gaslighting. Literally none of this is happening. You're worrying over nothing. It's all in your head. So that is actually, so they did it correctly once. Okay.
Worrying over nothing. It's all in your head.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Thanks, no.
Can we get some fucking music in here? I need music.
I was more explaining why it makes sense for a character to dislike robots. The execution was really off, and again, first impression of the first robot we see is kind of, she's really going to come off as an asshole. Yeah, it's like the setup is incorrect, right? Like, we probably needed to see robots being evil first to make us doubt robots, and then, like, then we have the scene where the robot's actually, like, a good guy, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think that's just poor storytelling, right? Like, not user, but the person playing the game isn't going to understand these things yet because you haven't shown them anything, right? Like the whole show don't tell, right? Where, like, when you show these people's reactions to things that aren't happening, like, you make them seem like they're crazy. Even in this scenario, right? Like, we're looking out a window, right? Sorry, my computer's going real fast and it's hard for me to think. So, we're looking out a window. There's no, like, police sirens. There's no, like, the car that they were talking to or referring to in this conversation actually turned around and started tailing you. Like, there's no reason why we should be feeling the anxiety here, despite the characters saying that they are feeling anxiety here, right? Like, again, show, don't tell. And even in games, there's a saying, do, don't show. Which is that, like, if you want people to feel something, get them to do something or interact rather than showing them. I think the only case that this doesn't apply is, like, again, the first robot scene. Because I think it would have been, you know, that scene was contentious. But, yeah, there's a lot of, show, don't tell would have helped us a lot. Was Liberty not at the end of a blind road? Why would the police not stop any vehicle going away from the scene? Yeah, that's fair. In the opening scene of the heist or whatever they did at the start, which should have been playable, have all the enemies you fight be robots, then the robot hate would feel somewhat justified. Yeah, it's like there's no setup for it. It's like we're just supposed to agree or accept the biases of, like, the characters in the universe before having any reason to believe it. It's 100% execution, and these writers really don't understand how important first impressions are.
Of course, ma'am.
You look exhausted.
I am tired. Thanks for noticing, Gnome.
Holy cow, that was close.
Also, why couldn't I trigger Gnome for using his powers? That's actually what I want to do. You want to know what I want to do in this game? Is every time Gnome or I don't even remember her name, Sai, every time they use their powers, I'm just going to trigger them. Just, like, raw negative reinforcement every single time they choose to do something stupid, until they become traumatized and choose to never use their powers ever again.
Your
Is that fucked up?
sense was correct. Plenty of ghosts in Camp Cedar.
Real and metaphorical. Some struck quite close to home. You're not the only one with mummy issues. Annie will be fine with the others. This was an awakening for all of them.
Spot any more justice vehicles?
Just that first wave of, like, 20. Those fuckers are not playing around.
Yeah, why didn't you show us 20 justice trucks? Like, that would have been so much more anxiety-inducing than just having people kind of be like, ah, there were justice trucks.
I wish there was something we could do. Something to hurt them all. Without risking exposure. Are you
That's the
sure
way
it
of
was-
the mind. The way of the mind was to do it that... What the fuck? Okay, anyways. My first impression is Pax using her powers on her friends, so I find myself sympathizing with the police, as she seems dangerous.
Tell
Yeah.
Annie to trust them all again?
Yeah, it's like how to make people hate your main character in like 2 seconds, right? Oh yeah, where's our sister?
You've had a day.
We're back en route.
We're finally heading in the right direction.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the new route plan together before bedtime. Things could have gone worse today. At least no one got seriously hurt. Hopefully we'll find a campsite soon.
They showed like 5 to 7, showing more seems somewhat unnecessary. Oh, maybe I just like didn't see them. Or like I didn't see them through the window. Like I just like literally couldn't see them. Probably because the framing was so bad.
Mom will be okay.
I know she will. She's been through worse. At least she won't be alone.
What a weird thing to say.
Ma'am?
Hi there.
You're good to drive?
The young lady is very proficient. Physically, I'm fully functional. There are still some odd errors in my log, but those should clear up soon.
Foreshadowing. I can't reflect? Okay. The cars driving by in the opposite direction while they were looking out the window. Yeah, I thought they were just random cars. Like, they didn't look like justice vehicles to me. Okay, this is to upgrade stuff.
I'm just worried those blue lights will
I
start chasing us.
can definitely go without playing the music thing for the rest of the game. That'd be great. Also, okay, I can reflect. Reflect on the memes.
Look, kid. I know you're curious about the meme. I'll try to explain, but it's complicated. You've seen what it can do, what it allows me to do, and I have a plan. I'm not sure I'm ready to share that plan yet, kid. I'm still figuring it out. But if things work out, this might be the key to our entire future. This was not the start I was hoping for. I'm sure Theo will be all like, told you so. And he did.
Is she addressing us right now? My understanding is that Pax has an internal dialogue, but the internal dialogue speaks to Pax in the third person. Which is fucking weird. I don't know. I don't talk to myself in the third person. Like... And I feel like I have a pretty robust, like, internal monologue. Or dialogue? I don't know what it means. Or... like... How do I explain this? Like, you can think through something out loud in your head, right? Or, like, the idea of, like, thinking through something in your head, like, there are, like, words to that. I do address myself as you when talking to myself on occasion. But that's usually when I'm ridiculing myself. Yeah, where it's like, you're a piece of shit, right? Like, you know what I mean? So I get that. So I think the point is that this is like the voice powers or the Vox. So... Pax vomited in the morning early in the game and refers to a kid. I'd imagine she's pregnant and was having morning sickness and talks to her unborn child. Her song says we're the newborn as well. Okay. I understand now. So this is like a journal talking to her own kid. Okay. My understanding was that it was the schizo voices talking to herself. and that the vomiting was a side effect of having the powers, not because she is literally pregnant. That did go through my head, just for the record, but it just seemed like when did that happen, right? That's another one of those things where it's like, we just weren't shown that, you know? Not that I want to see that at all. Literally, please don't. But yeah. Having a dialogue where both sides refer to the one other as me. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the idea is that I don't need to... It's almost like speaking in Japanese. The subject is self-apparent, so I don't need to, like, refer to myself as me in my head. You know what I mean? Or, yeah, I guess I would say, like, you or your. Is that why it feels like the monologue is talking to someone else, no? Like, two people are talking to each other? Yeah, It feels like she's talking to a kid. Like, who is the kid in this scenario? Is that supposed to be me?
We came really close to disaster. And even if justice not on our tails, they know we're out there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that explanation, just for the record, but, like, that is maybe, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's true, I guess is what I'm saying. But it does feel more like she's just talking to herself.
We can't afford...
This is her way of talking to
another
herself.
misstep. We have a very long journey ahead of us. The longest. Was this a good idea, kid? Any of it? I know we're fully committed now. No point second-guessing ourselves, but I'm starting to question my own judgment. Things seemed a lot easier a couple of days ago. Maybe Z was right. I brought only death and destruction to Liberty. I took what I came for and left nothing behind. I guess I brought closure of some kind. I said goodbye to Rosa, squared things with Annie, and Z. She's here with us. That's all that matters. For now.
Okay.
You look exhausted.
Can I go to the next place now? I would like to get to the reason why I want to get to the next pit stop, right, is because all of these, like, downtime things aren't the worst. And I want to get to the part that's the worst, you know what I mean?
Thinking about camping for the night.
Is that a good idea?
We'll draw more attention driving in the dark. Robot.
Why?
Let us know as soon as you spot a rest stop.
There's one coming up in a few miles. I'll let you know when we're close.
We all need to eat and get some rest. It's been a stressful day.
Huh, that's an understatement. But I'm definitely up for some more of those hot dogs.
Hot dogs. That's what you're thinking about right now?
You haven't tasted these hot dogs.
Jesus Christ, you guys are unbelievable.
I like how her sister is communicating how much I hate the rest of the cast for me. I can't wait for them to, like, tell Theo to shut the fuck up, and then for her to be like, no, you're all stupid! All of you are stupid! I hate all of you! I'm excited.
So you just sit around the campfire and talk?
We also grill sausages. Well, some of us do. I'm not into sausages.
Wrong! That's wrong, Noam. You know it, I know it, Theo knows it. You were talking about sucking dick 100% last time. Wrong! Narrative designers got it wrong! They're wrong! Noam absolutely talked about sucking dick. Anyways.
I can attest to that.
Ha ha.
All right, Pax.
Are we sure Justice won't come swooping down on us in the middle of the night?
No, they weren't looking for you. They came for the drugs. They must have received a tip from somewhere, or someone.
Maybe one of the Camp Karens? Right, Pax? They were all infected.
Now she's against dick jokes? Yeah, it's like, I have no idea.
Don't get why anyone would do that to him.
Sorry, what were we talking about? Yeah, they were infected with things, right?
Good people do bad things sometimes.
I don't know, maybe
Brad was
echoes?
affected by the echoes. Fragments of the broadcast.
Fragments of the...
I need to fill you in, Theo.
Prepare to have your mind blown. Anyway, I gotta go pray.
Alright.
I think we're safe. If Justice were looking for the bus, there'd
This
be
camera angle is
roadblocks, patrols.
not amazing.
Lots of assumptions there, mister.
That's all we can do. Hope for the best and carry on.
So, apart from the talking and the eating, do you do anything else? Like, I don't know, games? Songs?
Oh, Jesus, don't give them ideas.
So Theo, there's a thing called a meme. Get intimate? Keep some distance? What the fuck does that mean?
I wish we had music.
He listened to the
Or
Joe Rogan
K-pop.
Experience once and he was infected by memes.
You what?
Hello?
Did you just say you like country music?
Wait, I thought she was gonna go pray.
Are you like a closet cowboy, Theo?
Where's your Stetson? Your oversized belt buckle?
Alright, I'm not gonna
This
bother listening to this
is
stuff
for
here.
you.
Oh, thanks.
You don't like it?
No, sure, I like it. I'll keep it in my breast pocket.
I kind of want to like speedrun this part.
There are dimensions to country music.
No.
Is that really how the scene or the cameras in that cutscene? Oh, no, I was spinning it around. I mean, keep some distance.
Nice job on the robot, Z.
I am exhausted. I could sleep for a solid week.
No one's stopping you from going to bed.
Do you think it was a mistake? Going back?
I don't know if we can ever really go back. But sometimes going home is the only thing we can do.
Ain't no way. What the hell? What was that complete disconnect in audio? What the fuck? Huh? This one voice line being at 0.00001 decibels? What the hell? What? Literally what?
I had this picture
Why was that one voice line just fucking broken?
of liberty in my head, unchanged for 15 years, but things always change. Places, people, feelings. Trust is brittle and hard to rebuild, but we have to try.
I enjoyed meeting your family. Your mum's cool. She told me some stories. I have ammunition.
Oh, good.
No, I don't think it was a mistake. Your mum's safe. You reunited with your sister. Speaking of, what happened between the two of you? I'm picking up on a whole lot of complex emotions. And her willingness to...
Can be a couple with backs. I'm pretty sure you can. Literally, one of the options was get intimate. Like, I don't know, man. Don't want to be mean, but it's since it's indie, but the voice acting really isn't helping the characters right now.
talk to us so far has ranged from begrudging to non-existent. Less than non-existent when it comes to you.
It's...
Yeah, I mean, like, I can talk about it.
She's angry with me, and I don't think she's being fair, but we can't seem to find common ground.
What do you mean you don't think it's fair? Didn't we literally, like, talk about... wasn't the entire character arc us figuring out that she has all the right reasons to be mad, and that's okay, and we didn't have to forgive them? And literally, wasn't that the entire fucking character arc? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What? That was the entire chapter!
I hope you guys can sort it out before it's too late.
Okay. I don't know what this means.
I was hoping things would be the way I'd left them. But that was foolish. It's...
That's a false meme in your head. That conversation didn't happen. False. We made it up.
so long.
It was an echo in my head. I need to meme blast it out of my head.
Rosa's gone. Of course it wouldn't be the same. And I was no better than the rest of them. I cannot accept change or see that Annie was trying to save liberty from itself.
Don't be too hard on yourself. I know how you feel. Part of me wants to go home, but I honestly don't even know where home is anymore.
It's like, I want to see whatever, like, the good end is, in air quotes. Hey, Lunaris, thank you so much. Welcome to House Lyria. Thank you for the sub. No, I think it's like, I want to see what the game's, like, point is. And I imagine talking and, like, actually bonding with your crewmates is going to be important for seeing what, like, the like, good end is, basically. So, like, I want to speedrun this because, like, these, like, conversations are boring to me. But, yeah, also, like, kind of sucks that we literally got the good end in air quotes from the previous arc. I think it's the best that I could have thought to do, right? We did things differently. Would she open up? Also, I believe, you know, Gnome goes by they. Gnome isn't exactly, like, directly she. I know that I was messing it up a whole bunch last time, but it is they. I don't need more reasons for people to complain about how I interact with this game, you know what I mean? Yeah, the character, okay, so what was the thing that I was saying before? A character arc happened. I want to get, like, the good end in air quotes by talking to my crewmates. Yeah. So it's like, do I continue talking to this person? He's right there, but Gnome's obviously curious. Maybe I talk to Ziggy first.
Nice job on the robot, Z. Gee, Zig? What do we call you?
Either's fine.
Is Ziggy your real name?
It's my name. I mean, it's not the name I was born with or what my mom's called me, but it's the name I chose.
Fair enough.
So what was your sister like when she was a child?
She, sometimes she was a bully, but most of the time she was my big sister. We, were close.
Any good stories?
You know, I honestly, I don't know if I'm up for it today. It's been what are you doing?
Trying to give you something.
Don't. Where did you even get this? It's just...
What?
Go away.
Oh, she doesn't want the thing.
Hey, can we
I
talk?
guess this is just another one of your con games.
Okay. Alright. Yep. Alright. Okay. Alright. So choosing, literally choosing anything or having any character development in the last chapter did not matter. Okay? Alright. Just gonna go ahead and say that's bad. It's bad. Why do my actions not affect anything? It reduces my sense of agency. It makes me feel like I do not have power. Also, it is frustrating. Literally, what the fuck? Why would the story game remember your choices? Jesus Christ. I'm wondering if we'll get to a boss fight that acknowledges Pax's Vox and uses it against her. Yeah, I wonder.
Huh. Do your friends even know what you do? Using your Vox to scam people out of pocket change, to lie and manipulate.
Why? Also, wait, I have a question. Why does she know that? Wait. She knew... Wait, hold on a second. This is just, like, raw a plot hole. Because we didn't do that when we were younger. Right? Like, at the time they knew each other before she left, right? Never called or wrote, by the way. It's like, yeah, they didn't do that. Right? They had to start doing that because they went to Pacifica. What the... Yeah, okay. I mean, sure.
Oh, is that how you got them to come along? I wonder, you know, do they even know who you really are?
I don't know. Let's try talking to this person.
I'm not who you think I am. Do you think it was easy surviving on my own in Pacifica?
No. I'm sure you did what you had to do.
Yeah, again, so this is so weird. That's bizarre. This is actually a case of, like, this is just, like, a really bad plot hole that is bad. I'm actually usually pretty critical of people who, like, point out plot holes, because sometimes, like, they can really be covered by suspension of disbelief. Right? Like, sometimes when people outline plot holes, it's like, I mean, come on, like, give the story a break, like, just, like, suspend some amount of disbelief and you can enjoy it. Like, usually that's what I tell those kinds of people. But this is literally, like, they made it very clear that you did not write, you did not talk to this person, she did not know that you scammed people using your Vox. She even, yeah, is explicitly saying now, you did what you had to do in Pacifica. It's like, we literally never talked about that. Yeah. What the hell? Terrible. Oh my god. That's crazy, dude. That's actually crazy. All right.
And you're really good at hustling people.
You know what?
Did you see the can like fly out of her hand and then she put it back in her hand? She's got one of the magnet gloves. She has a magnet glove to put it back in her hand, guys. She's got a magnet glove.
I've used my Vox to survive. I'm not going to apologize for that. I did what I had
Stardust reference. Oh god.
That's not what's happening here. This is different.
Whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. You're not gonna convince me to take part in whatever this is, okay? I'm only staying until I figured out a way to go back and help my real family. Until then, I kindly ask you to leave me the fuck alone.
All right.
I don't want to be part...
okay.
You know, I honestly, I don't know.
I guess she just doesn't want to talk. That's fine.
Today. It's
I'll let her figure it out.
It's
fine.
It's been a day. Right,
What's on the menu?
I picked up plenty of supplies from our previous stop. Your mother said it was all right. They'd go to waste otherwise. I promised to put them to good use.
Where's that robot you brought with you?
On the bus, ma'am. It's non-functional, but I plan to repair it when I have time.
Why? What will you use it for? Like, a pet?
I don't know if it'll appreciate being called a pet. I felt bad for it. If I can bring it back to life...
You just mind this thing doesn't do something to sabotage the mission.
It's a cartography drone, ma'am. I don't think it's capable of sabotage.
Okay.
A day. It's been a day. Right, Gnome?
I kind of don't want to talk to anybody anymore.
So
I think I'm done, but we should probably talk to Sai, right?
Together. We can
Done
afford
praying?
fine working ones.
Back at it in the morning. God might forgive me for sleeping in. My mom wouldn't.
Speaking of today, I'm gonna be paying for it. Every muscle's aching.
Tell me about it. I'm jelly. But aside from the physical pain, how are you? Feeling, I mean, about all of that. Which is a lot. I mean, we fuck's sake, we fought a giant justice mascot. That's fucked up.
Sure, let's get personal.
I feel pretty fragile.
Oh, the thing with Theo was that I only had the options to reverse, or to rehearse or write lyrics. So it didn't seem like I could actually talk to him. Can't believe this happened either, Flares. Yeah, I can't believe, like, any of this game happened at all. I can't believe anybody listened to any of these story beats and thought it was okay. You can go on the bus and sleep if you want to. Yeah, I explained that I wanted to talk to the people. Like, I don't want to talk to the people, but I can't help but feel like the story is going to... You know what? Why do I even believe that? Why do I even think this story cares about me actually talking to the characters when we literally went on an entire story arc and my sister still hates me? I don't really know if I understand. I don't know if I understand. How has the game been? I have a lot of complaints and things to say about it. That's why we're literally writing a document. Don't really care about this group of characters as well. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I really care about these people. But I don't want the game to, again, remember my story choices and be like, well, these were your story choices. You know what I mean? But that being said, they didn't remember any of my story choices from last chapter, so maybe it doesn't matter.
Wouldn't. You return
excuse
home
me.
after 16 years, everything's changed, and then justice sets it on fucking fire. I can't believe I was jealous. Like, I can't even imagine what you're going through right now.
I guess the realization that you can't turn back the clock and expect everything to stay the same forever.
Girl, that's a painful lesson to learn. If I ever go home, what's that even gonna be like? You don't have to keep talking to me.
I know.
So far, it seems the only thing the game keeps track of is your score with each character, no specific details or choices. Yeah.
There are other people competing for your attention, like your sister.
Try doing this.
We can talk anytime, but I don't know how long she plans on sticking around.
I enjoy talking to you.
Cool. Yeah, me too. Are you guys gonna be okay? I mean, you know... Your sister. I'm talking about your sister.
Yeah, I don't actually know if we are going to be okay.
Who knows?
Yeah, true. You think you know someone, especially family, but it turns out nobody knows anything about anyone. All we can do is try our best, and sometimes cut our losses. You know what they say, friends are the family you choose. And I choose you.
Okay, jeez. Enough with the corn.
Hey, on the bus, I heard your sister say something about finally getting the full story about why you left. I don't want to sound like a busybody, but is that something you want to talk about?
They haven't met for 16 years. They do not know each other.
No good.
Yeah.
This was, what, 2014? We were visiting another commune in Deer Falls.
Yeah, there are apparently different endings.
A couple of hours
You can burn bridges completely.
We decided to steal some baseball gear, including the bat I used to break Justice's bones earlier. Yeah, go figure. Z was in the dugout. I was keeping watch. And then these kids spotted us. They were going to catch Z in the act, so I pushed them. Hard.
Oh, man.
I think there were broken bones.
Yeah, well, I wanted to point out that, like, the reason why it feels like this is melodrama for the sake of melodrama is that, like, we had character development, and then they just, like, completely reset it. You know what I mean?
Of course, those kids ran scared.
Toss everyone but Theo to justice? Yeah, honestly.
Told their parents. It was a whole thing. Rumors spread.
Toss everybody, like, including myself, to justice except for Theo, to be honest.
People started talking. Rosa and Aunt.
Yeah, you know those endings where, like you're getting put through the ringer, and it's like you can save yourself by, like, defending yourself and stuff? What if I just, like, got the entire gang caught, like, Theo gets away, and then I fail every check possible so that we get captured by justice? Because I think that, like, these people are too stupid. and should not continue.
He worried word would get to Justice that Liberty would be raided. So,
Is that fucked up?
to protect me and everyone in camp, they sent me away. Middle of the
I mean, honestly, the game probably wouldn't give me enough agency to do that anyways, so doesn't matter.
night, across the border. Didn't get to say goodbye to anyone. Not even Ziggy. She didn't know. She never knew. They just told her I ran away, which is, I don't know, pretty messed up. But I get it. That was the story. They couldn't risk anyone learning the truth. I was the wayward deviant who deceived everyone and took off in the dead of night. And maybe that did save Liberty, my sister, everyone else. I hope so, because otherwise, a life lost. You know?
Jeez, that's awful, Pax.
You donate the sister? I mean, that's
Sorry to
fair.
hear you had to go through all that. I get why Z was so angry. If she believes you ran out on her, but I don't get why she's still angry. I mean, they sent you away. You didn't have a choice. She must see that, right? I do wish you told me sooner. Feels like something best friends should share.
I agree that's pretty funny, Poi. Because you would think you would want it to be the other way around,
glad you
or
got
at
to go
least,
home
like,
again,
even or neutral.
Even if it wasn't what you expected. I feel better prepared for when, if I get to do the same. Let's call this a learning experience.
That's a weird conversation to have right
Can't
next to your
expect
sister,
things
I
to stay the
agree.
same. People, places, relationships. And sometimes the way to deal with that is to put on a mask and pretend. I feel maybe that's the only way I'll ever get to see my family again.
I don't really like that. So this is, again, one of those things where it feels like there's a concept here, and then they're, like, not, like, displaying the concept very well. You know what I mean? Which, like, maybe what they're saying is correct. I don't know if maybe I just didn't understand it within the context of what they were talking about. Right? Let me read it again. I do wish you told me sooner. Feels like something best friends should share. Anyways, I'm really glad you got to go home, even if it wasn't what you expected. I feel better prepared for if I get to do the same. Let's call this a learning experience. We can't expect things to stay the same, people, places, or relationships. And sometimes the way to deal with that is to put on a mask and pretend. I feel maybe that's the only way I'll get to see my family again. Yeah, the thing is, like, so they said she has a more detached view on things, right? Whereas it's like, I would think that, so if you expect people to not stay the same, that's exactly why you wouldn't need to pretend, right? You don't have to pretend things are going to be the same. You don't have to put on a mask or pretend to not be what you are today. You don't need to pretend that you don't want to see your family, right? Like, that's literally the opposite of the thing that you said that you're going to be doing. Like, masking is explicitly being disingenuous for the purpose of, like, an outside goal. Right? What?
That's impressive. And I think
She hates
ours
Pax,
looks
I
better
hate
than
Pax,
ever.
she finds the group annoying, I find them annoying. So far, Pax's sister is the most relatable. I agree.
Pax,
Oh,
like it.
I can actually talk to
I'm
Theo.
ready to eat crow.
Eat what?
Admit that I was wrong. I put all of us in danger by coming out here. I should have...
No.
No?
This was the right thing to do. We saved your family.
That's what a crew does.
True. I understand now that you had to come here. To be able to move forward.
I was stuck in the past.
Also, how...
I was stuck
Okay, never
here,
mind.
but
I was wondering how
now
Theo's glasses
I'm
stayed on
ready to
him.
get back on the road.
Good. And also you got that thing you carry around, the
meme.
Meme. I still don't understand what it does and how it works, but It feels important.
Gotta understand, Pax, we needed the meme. Yeah.
And I have a feeling Nova Scotia would pay a lot of money to get their hands on it.
Like I told you all, the meme records echoes of the broadcast and lets me remix them into new vocals.
How does that even...
Don't ask me, Theo. I have...
Yeah, Apple. Some of the subtext of this game is that you take, like, you know, extreme negative thoughts out of people's heads and you record them into memes. Because that's a good thing, apparently.
No idea. When those migrants left me in Liberty...
Monsoon was right. Exactly.
No one knows.
The memes. I'll keep talking about it.
Others have tried using the meme, but it didn't do anything, so... Maybe I'm special, or... Maybe this
We're
thing
explaining
is
memes to
designed
our
for
dad,
just
yeah.
me. Whatever the reason, I think this could help me figure out how vocals work. And maybe learn to control them. To do more than cheap tricks and petty scams.
Okay. Guys, we need to figure out how to control the memes. If I can use the memes well, then maybe we can change the world with the memes.
This thing is why it was so hard to explain why we had to come here. You have to see it to understand or even believe that it exists. But coming home was mostly about Ziggy.
She doesn't seem very happy to be here. As for eating crow, I'm the one who'll be dining on Corvus tonight.
Appreciate it, buddy. And let's just agree to share the bird dinner.
Why is that?
Well, Liberty was
So when are we going
founded
to
by
thing?
anarcho-primitivists.
What is that?
Up until a couple of years ago, no robots.
Really don't understand why it's yeah. Are so old. Yeah, they don't feel old. Oh guys, there's a negative thought in the bathroom. Guys, the echo. Guys, the negative thoughts in the bathroom. Oh my god. Oh, there was so much negative energy in the bathroom. Oh no. Oh shit.
I also think it's because of thought. They don't work on machines. Well, I mean, yeah, you know.
There's the tree.
Pax was never comfortable with that.
Was that it?
She likes,
all right.
You know, she likes being in control.
Okay, let's go to sleep.
How do you play this game again?
You say 2 truths and a lie, and then it's up to us to guess which is the lie.
That's it?
It's fun and a good way of getting to know each other.
Okay, two truths, one lie.
It's what all related. Relationships are built on fear.
No, I can't actually.
The game is mostly about
Can't actually think of Eddie.
So...
I was like, wait, no, I got this. And I'm like, wait, no, I don't got this.
My full name is Felix. I was born in Mexico, and I ran away to join the circus when I was 10.
In Monsoon's speech, he mentioned that place as a place that taught him that violence is a meme. Oh, I see, got it.
Correct.
Wait, what?
All I remember is when Raiden said adios, and also this isn't my sword, because I totally called both of those, and I didn't say the second one. Why are we doing this? I don't want to do this.
Hey, Winnemucca, we are the Dustborn.
Well, I definitely didn't actually want to do this, but I guess here we go. Are you ready to become the new porn? I'm gonna be so good at the song.
We're the freaks, we're the outcasts. We look just like you, we're nothing like you. Your past we will eclipse.
Shit, I didn't FC. No.
We're the aliens, we're the refugees. We walk among you, we're right behind.
Are you jamming? Is this like is this what we wanted? When we wanted to play oh fuck. Oh, we messed it up. No. What, you don't like the song? We're the Dustborn, this bug is airborne. We're the new porn. What, you don't think that's like you don't think that's like super awesome and amazing and cool and like the best song ever? Okay. The confrontation with Fred is handled without anyone getting shot. Pax pleads to Ziggy without using her Vox. No one meets Annie. Sai smashes a hole through the front gate. Confronts without using her Vox. Chance to rebuild trust. Uses Vox to control the crowd and using Discord, making them turn on Fred. Was there another way we could have done this? Because this one, for example, like all the red stuff are our decisions, right? So I guess, yeah, the Discord here, we didn't have choice, right? Like Echo, Squid, these didn't have choice. But this. So the red was all of our choices. Okay. Headbang to that so hard. Guess you're not the new porn, Apple. I'm not. Every time I hear this song, it just becomes more and more apparent that it's just offensive. Like, straight up racist if you swap the context to be about that which anomals are. Kind of likened to being persecuted and all. Yeah, it's pretty bad, for sure. I'm not a master lyricist, but I definitely think the song is bad.
I'm trying to eat my lunch.
You've been...
Yeah, can you fucking leave her alone, dude? Holy shit, she doesn't want to talk to you. Give her some space, holy fuck.
Avoiding me all day.
I've already said my piece. Maybe I just don't want to
Yeah,
talk.
leave her alone.
Sure, but we...
Fucking leave her alone.
Going back to rebuild Liberty...
Oh my god.
A noble idea. But it's too late.
Only if I keep running. The people are still alive. We can work together with the other communities to build something.
Okay.
Or at least, that's what I thought before you came back.
That's unfair, sis.
I've lost my appetite.
Pack seems so
When you have a
controlling.
moment, I'd like to talk about something.
Are you kidding me? Her shirt literally says, who cares? Yeah, game. Who the fuck cares? She has a bun in her hair? Or
Excuse me, Pax, do you have a minute?
bun in her cartoon, but no bun on her model? Oh,
It'll be quick,
really?
I promise.
Someone should
Wait,
wait.
can
no.
I talk to
I've
you?
been sleeping all morning.
Peanuts connect. Here, let's
There's
try.
nothing to look- What do you want now? Are you just gonna hover?
How are you?
What?
Yeah, game. Maybe we try some basic empathy. Yeah, let's try that.
You know how I am? Miserable. Angry. Exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Does she want a gift now? Does she want some peanuts?
What is it now?
You should eat something.
Okay, you're right. Whatever. I'll eat something.
Okay, sure.
Anyway.
That seems
there's nothing
fine.
to look at. Might as well sleep through Nevada.
I'll be happy if I never see a death.
Does the robot seem moody to you?
I really can't tell. I'm trying to find something to draw, but this landscape doesn't inspire great art. I can only draw a gnome's head so many times before it gets weird. And your sister doesn't like sitting still.
You're not working on your magnum opus?
My what?
Your comic book.
Graphic novel, and it's called Displaced, not Magnus
What the fuck? Magnum
I
opus.
honestly don't feel inspired to work on a generational epic about Republic refugees in Pacifica right now. I'll get back to it at some point.
Magnum opus means masterpiece.
Oh, right. Yeah. Not sure about masterpiece, more like masterpiece of shit, or maybe huge masterpiece.
You're
Damn.
too hard on yourself.
Never.
I mean, like, that's the most real thing she said all day.
Speaking of hard things, I can't stop thinking about the battle we had with Justice. It's not like I didn't enjoy punching fascists in the face. It's a great pastime. But they're like the Postal Service. They're just gonna keep coming no matter what you do, and there's never an end to it. So what's the point?
One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Right? Just break it out on him.
The only way to take Justice down is to do it from within. Anything else is just barking at postal trucks. Man, I wish I hadn't skipped breakfast.
Yeah, sissy
Though I'm
fuss.
so through with porridge. Aw, beef jerky would be the absolute.
Sorry, I wasn't paying
shit right
attention.
about now.
I was gonna say sorry.
Can't help you.
I know, this one's on me. Should have prepared better.
Also, thinking about the concept of Diggy's power being increasing entropy, does that just mean she erases energy from the universe? Can she do that permanently? I don't know, man.
I'm not sleeping.
Are you knitting? You knit?
Do you have a problem with that?
Not at all. I'm actually impressed.
Hey, we were nice to Theo, like, one time.
Knitting.
Yes.
Cool. How's it going?
In general, or with this knit?
Both.
We're back, huh?
Fine and
Wait, what?
dandy. What's going on, Pax?
Chat, knit.
I don't like to be rude, but
Here.
I'm a bit preoccupied.
I didn't realize you were into, you know, this thing.
And now you do. Go on. I've heard all the jokes.
No jokes. We all need a hobby. Who are you knitting for?
My niece.
Nice. How
What do
old
you
is
want,
she?
Pax? I need to finish this knit. Maybe check in with the others, like your sister. It sounds like she isn't having the best
Yeah, let's-
time.
Yeah, let's
Did you catch the
leave him
cover?
alone.
Do we practice before tonight's gig?
I feel good about tonight.
Okay.
Yo.
I don't know, you kind of gave up on the last Dustborn stream I figured you were done. No!
You're in my
No,
life.
the entire purpose, you know, the masses crave Dustborn content. Yes. Did you know that the last streams were... You know what's actually really funny about that, by the way? And this is my speculation. Is that I had to re-upload the last stream because I wanted to cut out the interview section. But when I re-uploaded it, there's actually a dislike ratio on that video. You know what I mean? So, like, there were some people that didn't like it. And I'm kind of curious if the people that didn't like it, it was because the first scene we were in was the camping scene, and I wasn't, like, ripping and tearing into Dustborn on being like, this game is terrible. Because I was like, I mean, this is fine. Like, it's not bad. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if that's where the dislikes came from. But the point is, I think the last re-uploaded VOD has like 70 hours of watch time or something, which is insane. Just for the record. For full transparency, that's literally insane. For as far as my content goes. Yeah. So apparently people are enjoying it. And I enjoy talking about why this game is bad. Because it is. And we can all learn something from how bad this game is. And it's not like, wow, we're talking about knitting, like, oh, you knit? Like, whoa! It's like that's not the reason why this game is bad. You know what I mean? The reason this game is bad is because it felt like we had an entire character arc with one of the characters, and then it immediately got reset despite choosing all of the right options, and the game just, like, literally didn't remember my decisions. And it's like, that's why the game's bad. Because we're playing a narrative-driven game where your choices should matter, and they fucking don't. So.
Pax.
It's cringe, but in a bad way. But that's what I'm saying, Panda, is that we can all point out that this is cringe, but realistically, the fact that this game is cringe is like up to like subjective opinion, right? I'm saying that like in a narrative-driven game where the game does not remember your choices, that is literally bad design. That is something we can just go like, guys, what are you doing? Right? The rest of the cringe stuff is like, okay, we can all say this is cringe subjectively because we do not like this game. But, you know... Yeah.
Can I help you?
Write that down. Wait, write... I already lost it. Write what down?
Yes.
Like, where the game doesn't remember your choices is bad? I don't want to write music. That the game does... I see the irony. I understand. Okay. Do I want a snack? No, I'll leave the food. She'll probably eat it eventually.
Why did you bring that piece of junk?
That piece of junk has plenty of potential, as do we all. Please don't touch.
Oh, okay.
How's it going?
The bus is operating as expected. The humidity is low and our visibility is high. It's going well.
With you, I mean. How are you doing?
Sure. I mean, yes. I guess I didn't make a note of that before, so I should actually do that. Sorry, I couldn't tell if you were meme blasting me. But, yeah. Yeah, I was talking about the hypocrisy of that one scene, and then, like, the campfire scene was okay. This goes under narrative and, I guess, generic game design, but, yeah, there's, like, the game does not remember choices. Example, Ziggy had entire character arc about not forgiving, and we helped her through that, picked all non-Vox options. Seemed like we were friendly, but tone completely shifts in first campfire scene after. Game did not remember that I left party members outside of village camp. Nobody acknowledged that I left them outside. This makes me feel like decisions don't matter, which is pretty integral to a narrative-driven game. Okay. I appreciate you clarifying. I thought you were just shitposting me. At the very least, you need the illusion of choice. Telltale games are good at that. As characters at least realistically react to your choices, even at the end it doesn't change much. This game doesn't even do a good job hiding the fact that your choices don't matter. Yeah, that was the big thing. If you left your party, they should have at least called you out on it.
I'm operating within expected parameters, although...
Fair assumption that you were shitposting me? Yeah, I mean, listen.
Some abnormal data from one of my subroutines. I'm sure it's nothing. I can run a self-diagnosis if you wish.
Okay.
Self-diagnosis will be completed in 37 minutes.
Okay.
Can I assist you with anything?
I don't like the sound of that. What does that mean?
In case I need to make a sudden stop.
I don't know what abnormal data means, or I don't like the sound of that.
Any luck with the self-diagnosis?
It'll be 36 minutes until it completes.
So, about this abnormal data.
It could be anything. It's probably related to my injury at our previous stop. My servos may need readjustments.
That won't interfere with you driving the bus.
Not at all, ma'am. Feel free to adjust the radio. It's on the shelf above the seating area.
I guess my sister managed to put Humpty Dumpty together again.
Pardon me. Oh, right, I am Humpty Dumpty. She did an excellent job. She's a very skilled mechanic.
Okay. Also, it said we should check on the others, but didn't we talk to everybody already? Oh, I can ask about the robot.
Did you detect any problems with our robot driver when you fixed it up?
Why?
It just told me there was some abnormal code, maybe due to the injuries it suffered the other day.
You're saying I did a bad job putting it back together? Because I can tell you right now, I didn't.
Yeah, that was not my point.
Whatever's wrong with it, it's not on me.
I didn't say that. I was only asking because...
Whatever's wrong with it, it's not on me, okay?
Okay. Sure. I was gonna say maybe, like, it could get you to look at it or something.
It's not fair. I'm trying my best with Ziggy, and I'm getting tired of her stonewalling me.
I'm really not. I think it's completely valid.
We have to resolve things.
We don't have to resolve things.
It's affecting everyone. And I'm worried about her, but I can't get through to her. She's naive to think she can help fix everything. This country isn't fixable or worth fixing.
I literally don't believe any of this.
I don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm almost starting to regret bringing her with us.
Okay. I think I can give it like maybe 30 more minutes.
Scheduled stop. The vehicle is low on fuel. There is a standard energy station coming up on our right. Refueling will take about 10 minutes.
We should resupply while we're there. Maybe get something for dinner.
Dinner? From a service station?
Yes?
No, Theo, no.
Or why not?
I'll start refueling. It will take about 10 minutes. You should probably disembark.
The sun is not doing my vitiligo any favors.
We should look for sunscreen.
Or even better, stay out of the sun completely.
I can literally feel my skin melting.
I hope the station's open. It looks a bit...
Awesome?
abandoned.
Oh.
What the heck? Hey, that's all right, man!
Interesting.
This isn't good.
Oh, it's gonna stop, right? It's stopping? The robot's just playing with us? Any second now. Any second.
Okay, well, I guess we're abandoned
I
here.
don't think it's stopping, Sai.
You literally have a mind-fixing machine. How is the country not fixable? Yeah, it's like... where's the ending where Pax just becomes like a Vox machine where she just forces her Vox through like... You know how she's talked about the broadcast or something? No one will do something about it eventually. Oh no, don't worry. We'll have Noam assassinated so he can't do anything. But the point is, like, once Noam is assassinated, what we can do is we can have our Vox get put through the broadcast so that we can just spread propaganda using our Vox power. Because that's what the game wants me to do.
They're on the bus.
Well, that's good, right?
Oh, they're
You can
trying to
just bring
find
the
a
bus
phone.
back when they wake up, right? Right?
No, I meant the bus. They're sleeping in the back. Oh, okay.
No.
That's what you meant. Got it.
I can't believe we're stuck here.
Wait, why am I pressing RB? Oh, is it because I had enough? No. Why the fuck did it open this?
I swear I'll tear that goddamn thing apart when we catch up with the bus.
I don't understand. Luna reprogrammed it. Robots can't just ignore their programming.
Robot's bad.
Perhaps someone installed malware when we were on that detour. That shouldn't be possible, though. Not without a direct connection. And the robot would have warned us.
Wait, your little detour? What? Yeah.
It's a good thing I put a tracker on the bus.
Any ideas?
The tracker I put on the bus is a start. But it has a limited range. We need to act fast.
Yeah, what if Pax just incited, like, the propaganda machine to just be like, to be like, all of you must be happy or else. You know? What makes something a Dustborn? Listen, buddy, I don't know. I wish I could tell you, man. This game makes about as much sense as, like, a fucking pack of bricks. Are you ready for us to capture this echo thought into a meme? Oh, we're putting it in the meme machine! Oh, the memes! Oh god, guys, we recorded the memes. Holy shit, the memes!
Swings out of old truck tires like these back in Liberty. Sometimes the older kids would burn them. You could see the black smoke from miles away.
Oh, we gotta record more memes. Where are the memes? Oh shit, record the memes, guys. Oh, the memes. Oh, put the memes back. Oh my god, all the memes. Terrible. Oh, did I unlock a new Vox power? Okay, word crafting. Also, do I just get, like, random things from this? Like, I don't get to choose what I get? Meme Machine is also a song. Is this not it? Yeah, there we go. What did we unlock? Yeah, we're about to start beatboxing on them. Oh, what did we learn? Oh, what did we learn? Oh, what are we learning? Let's learn some more manipulation skills. Let's go. What did we get? Hoax. You've learned to hoax people. Hoax will allow us to make a person believe anything we tell them. In fights, this could be useful as a distraction. Oh, true. So we can literally just fucking lie to them. Let's go. Let's go. I love having manipulation powers. They're my favorite. The Meme Machine is also a book, a very relevant book. True. Remember what I said about how I'm not a very well-read person? Now we're the Joe Rogan experience. Oh, man. Guys, we gotta tell them it's a hoax. We gotta hoax them. Alright. We have to get 100% clear of all of the... We need to unlock all of the voice powers so that we can unlock, like Minecraft yourself right now. I guess, can we just, like, go through the front door?
We're never seeing that bus again. Why the hell did the robot hijack our bus?
Next power word, use TNT. I don't know.
What's gonna happen to Gnome?
I don't think the machine's going to hurt them.
Maybe Gnome can bring the bus back when they wake up. Yeah, that's not happening.
Let's go inside.
Let's check out the store.
After you.
What's going on?
Standard energy, folks.
Another robot. Great.
Why do we hate robots so much? Normal
I
person.
remember the last time I was in... excuse me?
Everything here is terrible. And terrible for you.
Well, shut the fuck up!
So many memories.
Literally, who
At the service
asked
station,
Pax?
Mom would ask Dad to stop the car. Said she had to stock up on cheap snacks for the kids. It was mostly for herself. She loved princess cookies. They taste like sugary cardboard. But you can't help but love the stuff you grow up with, you know? The reason I tagged along was to talk to the Henry. And you wonder why I'm
Why is the whole cast so bitchy? Because all the writers are hacks, that's why, but...
Coming through.
Anyways.
We need to catch up with that bus, Pax.
Find anything
excuse
for
me.
dinner?
Nothing. Unless you're hankering for microwaved breakfast burritos. That expired 5 years ago. Also, my wallet's on the bus. We have no cash.
Damn. Can I talk to the
Can't
robot?
stay here. I'm sorry.
Get out of my way!
Standard energy, man.
Is there a car we could rent or borrow around here?
Afraid not, ma'am. Unless you count the wreck in the garage, and that's run its last mile. The closest dealership is probably in Reno or New Jerusalem. And there are no buses around here. Except for the one you arrived in, that is. This is the first time...
That's a good question, Space. It's microwavable breakfast burritos. I don't think expiry dates matter that much.
In 30 years, I've seen a bus drop someone off here. I have to warn you, ma'am, there's unlikely to be another bus anytime soon.
Who's that on the poster?
Oh, well, that's my Betty. The love of my life. She's a swell gal. We came off the assembly line at the same time, and I knew as soon as I laid eyes on her, she was the one.
Okay. Everyone deserves love. So, is she...
Betty?
Right. Is Betty around?
Oh, no. She works at Betty's Diner. No Betty's ever worked at a Standard Energy service station.
Silly me. And this diner, is it close? You guys see each other on Sundays or something?
I haven't seen my Betty since, well, we shipped from the factory. I honestly don't know where she works. Alls I know is she works at a diner. And not just any diner, mind. A Betty's
Diner. Got it. Sad story being separated from the one you love.
It is. I wrote her a letter a few decades ago, but so far I haven't been able to send it.
We should send it.
The only folks we see on a regular basis around here are riders, and the occasional justice patrol. Usually in that order.
This guy's gotta send his letter. 100%.
The one you wrote to Betty?
Did someone say Betty?
Oh, yes. Well, I've got it right here. It has a stamp, but no address, because I don't know where my Betty is. I wish I could be with her. Provide for her, make sure she's okay. But since I can't take care of her, at least I can write to her. Tell her I love her.
Oh, that might be the saddest thing I've ever heard. Look, Henry, give us that letter. If we find your Betty on the road, when we find your Betty, we'll give her the letter.
Much obliged, young lady. You're a real sweetheart.
We are absolutely delivering this letter. This is the most important thing we've done in this entire game.
It's months since the authorities last showed up. Not much of interest going on out here in the desert.
Do you get a lot of bikers here?
We do. I don't mean to be unfriendly, but we could do with fewer of them. If they buy anything at all, it's just grain liquor. They light a fire in the parking lot to let others know there's a party going on. And then they just drink. Sometimes they steal stuff, if there's anything left to steal. And by the time justice shows up, if they show up, the riders are long gone.
Okay. Wait, sorry. So, like, at least with the other characters, I can picture a person relating to them. I can't see anyone relating to or liking PAX. Yeah, I think they just went a little hard on, like... Here's my thought, is that she's going to have some kind of character growth. It's going to have, like, some kind of payoff. But, like, they really did not, like... They didn't even leave a breadcrumb that, like, makes her kind of relatable or, like, redeemable as a character. That's kind of the problem I have. She also has the weakest voice actor. I can kind of agree with that. From what little I've seen, it feels like they wanted an edgy anti-hero character, but also wanted someone relatable to the kids these days, so just made her snarky and unpleasant. Like that one guy in your D&D party who was like, ooh, edgy lone wolf, but still has to cooperate with the party and play the game. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, I kind of get that. And again, like, I feel like it's just strange. Like, if you're the anti-hero, like, don't you want to make the player feel, like, cool? Like, I feel like that's a thing that you would want to do, right? But the message really pushes you to not use the powers, but then also in the important confrontations, they don't give you the choice. Like, we were forced to use Discord. So it's like, it's weird, right? So, again, like, I'm kind of on the fence still. Like, I don't know if what the game is trying to say is don't use powers, because that's what it feels like it's trying to say. But also, that means that I can claim that it was poor design because they forced you to use powers in certain places, right? So the game fails on that axis if that's what they're trying to say. And I guess I can appreciate that, again, that's what they're trying to say. Like, don't use your powers when you don't have to. But also that, like, they force you to use it constantly. Like, why? Undertale, again, Undertale is a game that a lot of people resonated with, and they let you spare the training dummy. Literally very first instance that you were allowed to interact with the main message of the game, you were given the opportunity to do so. With like, no hold back, no chastising you, whatever. Like, they were just like, here, consider the main concept of the game. But in this game, they force you to do it, which is, like, stupid. Like, players aren't stupid. Like, they're not dumb. Give them the agency to interact with your game. I feel like anti-heroes work best in non-interactive media where the audience's morals don't get in the way of the narrative. Yeah, that's fair. But there's even, like, I don't know, like, Dishonored is kind of like an anti-hero story, no? Is it? Maybe not. You're still the hero. But the thing is, it's like, you have to do pretty bad things, right? Like, you do bad things in Dishonored, right? But the thing is, like, you feel justified, right? Like, even in the cases where you don't kill, like, the political figures, like, you usually assign them to, like, fate worse than death, right? So, like, you're bad. Like, you're a bad guy in that game, right? But the thing is, like, they outline the system to be, like, so corrupt that, like, you feel justified, right? Whereas in this case, like, I'm talking to a service robot that, like, like, when was the last time you talked to your Betty? It's like, oh, like, a decade ago, I felt like I wanted to write them this letter. And it's like, oh. You know? She has many of the standard issues of characters that are meant to be strong female characters who are just toxic and unpleasant. Yeah. Yeah, which is unfortunate, because it's kind of like, I don't know. I know... I wanted to say that I know, which I guess, like... There's a few, right? Like there are a few women in my life that I can speak about that I think, like, no, I respect that person, right? And, like, they don't talk like this, man. I don't know. And just to be clear, that's just because, like, I don't... I guess I don't really interact with as many. Big surprise. Who would have guessed? But, like, seriously, they don't act like this. This is like childish behavior, oftentimes. You know what? There is power in making certain choices. Walking Dead is a tense situation. You might only be able to save one character. The problem here is that in a lot of these situations, they could have just been solved without a power. Yeah, I agree. Strong feelings about what makes a good female character. I made sure they should be allowed to suck. Male characters are allowed to suck. But for the sake of the story, it has to be interesting. Yeah, it's like... I think it doesn't matter if they're weak or strong, right? Like, that's like a judgment about whether you think things should be weak or strong, right? I think that things can be resonant or interesting, which you could say, again, there's like, well, what is the judgment on a story being resonant or not resonant, right? Like, are stories that are resonant better? It's like, I think most people would agree to that. So it's like, if we're trying to make stories that are resonant, or that's like the bare bones, like the base principle, right, that we can all agree to, I think that within those qualifiers, it is entirely possible to make, like, weak characters of all kinds or strong characters of all kinds, and, like, they're all fine. I think actually, in, like, a way of looking at it, like, Pax is a weak character, right? Like, I think the idea is that Pax is a weak character, right? Like, she shames herself for needing to use her power on people, right? She doesn't feel strong. Because literally her superpower is making people feel bad, and she doesn't want to do that. Right? So you could say that this character is weak, not strong. And I think that there was a way to write it that it would be at least interesting, as Sable is saying. Like, it could be interesting to explore this. But I'm saying that, like, all of the ways that outline this character, or, like, the overarching game design do not make you like this character. Right? And that's unfortunate. Even anti-heroes don't actively do what they're trying to stop, at least not to innocent people. Yeah, and that's the thing. I talked about this before, but people like having justifications, or they want to feel like they're doing things for valid reasons, at least. Right? So the fact that, like, we can't really do things, like, we can't use our power when we feel like it's justified because we'll be shamed anyways, and we can't choose to not use our power when we don't feel like it's justified. Right? So it's like the story is railroading us and we can't, like, make our own decisions, basically. Our hero is only out to help herself. Yeah, so, like, we could say that her, what she wants to do is very selfish, which I don't even think, like, having a selfish character is bad either. Like, this is my problem, right? I don't think that, like, any of those things make for a good or bad story. I think the hero could be selfish. The hero could be weak. The hero could, like, have a complex around using their power that they don't like. It's, like, to me, really, this game is bad because of the game design. Right? It does not respect the player's agency. It does not remember when you make good decisions, or decisions that, like, are maybe good. My opinion, morally, I think are good. Right? Like, it's because they injected the story into a medium and then did not respect the medium. It's a bad game. That's what makes me so mad about this. All of this other shit on top of it, like strong female character, weak female character, all these other things, ideas, shit that you put on top, none of that matters. You can write a good story using any of those parameters. It literally doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that the execution is bad. Like, that's what drives me nuts about this shit. The entire context of this entire story could work if they did their job. Like, that's what drives me nuts about this shit. And it sucks to me too, or, like, I think it sucks that, like, this character or like these tropes or whatever could have been resonant to somebody. But, like, they're just so incompetent at assembling a good game. Like, that's why I'm out for blood against this game, I guess. Because I'm like, I see this shit and I go like, guys, what are you doing? Make a better game. Like, genuinely. I'm not just like old man yelling at cloud. Like, I have experience with this stuff. This game's bad. Yeah. So, it's just a lot of characters specifically written to fit the label. And end up having traits that are seen as negative masculine traits and end up not achieving the goal of appearing strong. Yeah, that's fair. Good example, let's say the intro, you have the group being actively chased and shot at, and the whole group freaks out. I wouldn't hate Pax for using her Vox there. Yeah, exactly. Like, they don't give us justification. As you said, it's execution of the ideas and how the characters don't react to your decisions. Like, if the characters feared Pax for misusing her powers, I wouldn't be so harsh on her. It's the fact she gets away with it that makes her even more unlikable. Yeah, it's like using the Discord. Like, did you see what we did to that one person by using, like, the Discord power? She's, like, traumatized for life now. And we didn't have any agency in that decision. What the fuck's wrong with you? Okay. Which maybe, you know, maybe the point of this game, okay, I got it. Maybe the point of this game is that this game is supposed to be for stupid people to make the very obvious Vox decisions, feel bad about it, and have them retrospect. So this game, like, literally isn't for me in the sense that, like, it's not supposed to make people think. It's supposed to get people who, like, literally are incapable of thought to maybe retrospect about what they did. Maybe that's what this game is for.
What are you folks doing here? I'm guessing you're not here to fuel up.
Are you able to call for a justice patrol?
There's an alarm that connects with their switchboard in Reno, but, well, I'm lucky if they show up at all. Last time, it took 3 days before they sent a car. And then the officers threatened to shut me off. They don't like to come out here into Riders territory.
Did we ask about Riders yet?
How often do you see these bikers?
Pretty often. But they don't operate on a schedule. They show up, buy booze, and
Oh, we
light a
already
fire
knew
in the
this.
lot. I figure the fire is some sort of signal, because it usually doesn't take long for more to show. And then they party. For hours. They don't bother me much, but they scare away other customers. And when they're drunk, they'll often shop.
I feel like we already had this voice line, but it was a different voice line.
Do you know if there's any taxis around or like ride-sharing services?
I'm afraid there are no taxis, ma'am. As for ride-sharing services...
Never mind.
Take your time. I've got all day.
That wasn't a public bus. That was our tour bus. Our robot driver decided to do a runner.
Oh, dear. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm very sorry a robot did that to you. There must be something very wrong with it.
You can say that again.
Jesus.
There must be something very wrong with it.
No. So we're basically stuck here.
I'm afraid so, ma'am.
Alright, cool.
Thanks.
I'll be right here if you need anything.
Let's see if we can get into the back here. Oh, maybe we can't. I guess that's what the thing over on the other side was supposed to be. Can break in.
Every minute, the bus is getting further away.
Dude, this guy is funny. Betty is
What
one
do we
lucky
do now?
woman.
We need to find a way to draw their attention.
Whose attention?
Huh?
Horned riders.
What?
Wait, why would we do
Are
that?
you serious?
It might backfire, but I see where you're going with this.
Oh, okay.
Theo, unlock this door for me.
Theo! Sick him! Sick him, Theo!
You're blocking my way.
Yeah, what if I keep blocking your way? Wait, you can't just like slightly step over me? Unlock the door?
You think that's a good idea? Okay, I trust you. If you think this will help us get out of here.
Yeah. Oh. Beep beep beep. What the hell? Yeah, there we go.
Controlling the media, the government, and the world.
Guys. Whoa, full schizo mode. Let's go. Why was that echo here? Also, it's been long enough to say I don't think this game is good with its world building. This world just like ours or not? Is future hence why real life art exists or not? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What's in here? What's in here? Open all the lockers. Press this button. Hehe. Button's open now. Let's take this electromagnet. Can I go to the bathroom? Is there something in the bathroom? No. Yeah, it's pretty standard alt Earth. Yeah. We're just gonna steal their truck? No? Wait, why does it let me do it again? Alt Earth should be Earth with 100 times more goth chicks. Okay, they said they set up fires, so maybe we can find a way to start a fire.
This mural is pretty.
Oh, there's
cool.
literally a thing here.
Whoever made it knows their shit.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I never know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking we need to draw attention to this place.
Whatever you need, just say the word.
Still getting a sick... This must be where the riders light their fires.
That's a fire hazard.
Wait, why would I bring Gnome here? He has a lighter. Oh, okay. Wait, Gnome's not
Gnome?
here though, right?
Could you help me here?
Gnome?
Damn,
Yeah, he's not here, right?
I forgot.
Okay.
What can we burn that creates smoke?
Plastic, rubber.
Ah, that's what the tire is for, huh? Okay. Are we talking about Van Gogh, an artist that exists in our world? I thought that was the future because of that. I don't know, man. Let's pick it up. What? Are you going to tell me, oh, it's massive? Oh, I can't pick it up. Yeah, I would never be able to pick up this tire. Yeah. Of course. I'd ask someone else to do it.
This is one heavy tire.
Yeah, what? I can't just, like, put it upright and, like, roll it or some shit? Like, come on. Big tire.
Sometimes the older kids would
Oh,
burn
we
it.
already did this. Okay,
You could see
got
the
it.
black smoke from miles
Got
away.
it, got it. Yeah. It's being useful. I mean, Sai can definitely... The reason why I keep not wanting to bring Sai is that I don't want her to use her power. Because I don't want to force her to use her power because she has a lot of anxiety around it.
Hey, Theo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't see any problems with saying,
This
like,
tire, can you move
Van
it for
Gogh
me?
exists, you know? Like, that's not a problem, right?
Okay.
It's just like, where's outlining all the interesting stuff in this world? Right? That is, Can I not help you? Or something? Yeah, I was like, listen, buddy, it's cool.
Hold up.
My dude.
No, Theo, stop. Stop!
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I seem to have no.
Should I just let him do it, maybe? What if I just let him do it? Hold on a second. I want to see if I can just, like, let him carry it. Also, because I want to not use my Vox powers at any, like... At every point I can, I want to not be able to use my Vox powers. Yeah, this is one of those things that I feel like is just, like... It's just suspension of disbelief. Like, that detail does not matter, necessarily. Right? Burning tires releases a large amount of toxic chemicals and is illegal in many places. Okay, let's get Theo to move the tire. I wish I could help him, you know what I mean? Not, like, get him to move it. We'll just wait for him to carry it.
This tire, can you move it for me?
Oh. Okay. I can try.
Yeah, I think the important thing is that, like, the interesting things could be outlined. But only if there was a way to move the wheel that was easier. I'm just gonna let him do it. Because the reason why we let him do this in the first place was that he wanted to be useful, right? Yeah, move it. Let him move it. He's just gonna drop it. Oh, no. Yeah, let's go, Theo. You got this, Theo. Go, Theo, go. Go, Theo, go. Go, Theo, go. Do. Why is his racing line so bad? What do you mean, racing line? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 bum ba bum 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 dun 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 dun. Sonic Boom. All right, you got this, Theo. I believe in you. I mean, it still stands. How are we gonna set this thing on fire? Can we talk? No? It's not gonna say anything to me? Okay. Did the wheel just teleport back? Yeah, it has weird shifts and stuff. Okay. You successfully brought it to the place. Made Theo drag the tire. Nice. It was an achievement. We did it.
Drop the tire in the fire pit?
Can do.
Okay, well, we needed Sai to do it anyways. Damn. Wait, why are you bonking me? What did I do? What?
Sorry.
There was no option to help him or, like, do the smart thing and set it up right to roll it? No, there literally wasn't.
Let's light this up and catch us some riders.
I think you need an accelerant. It'll take a lot of heat to light up that tire.
Back in Liberty, some of the girls made their own moonshine. Talk about flammable.
Alcohol shouldn't be too hard to get a hold of after all in the Republic. Oh, yeah, I guess we can go get alcohol from this guy.
Welcome back.
Nothing, you just wanted to bonk? Oh, okay. Hey there, I'm gonna need alcohol to light the thing on
What can I do
fire.
for you this time, ma'am?
A bottle of your finest cheap booze, please.
Absolutely. I'll just need to see your just ID along with the correct change. We accept no higher than a $20 bill. Do you have any more questions for me?
No money, no thing. We'll just have to get that boost some other
I don't
way.
often get to exercise that programming.
Okay. Tree there is kind of neat. Actual environmental clue about the bonfire. Yeah. Does PAX have a lighter that she stole? Oh, maybe. I don't know if, how I can access that, though.
We're expecting a delivery sometime next week.
PAX on her own would not be able to set it up right. The two of them together could definitely do it. Yeah, for moving the tire.
Well,
oh, the game is so bad you need to let out your aggression on someone? That's fair. What if I distract you?
Hey, Henry? Could you check if you have any vanilla ice cream left?
We haven't had ice cream here since 1997, ma'am.
How can I distract them?
About that picture.
Yes?
Can you talk about what it represents?
Well, ma'am, it represents the factory.
Yeah, Ziggy. Go get him, Ziggy. Go fast.
Go!
Fast.
Okay.
Speed.
Personally,
Do some stealing. Yeah.
It represents my Betty and the everlasting love between us.
Was there a way to do that without using a power? I kind of wonder. I guess Theo could have done it, But was there a way for us to, like... I guess the only way we could have done it was to steal, right? Was there... I'm actually curious, though. Was there another way we could have done that? Yeah, it's like if we're already burning tires, I guess we're already, like, committing a crime. Okay. What else can we do? Well, yeah, this box matches. Well, there's my fake ID.
Stay here. I might need your help.
Where would I go?
This must be where the riders light their fires.
What do you think it's used for?
I think you can do a side quest with a robot in the store.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What can I do for you this time,
Yeah.
ma'am?
Like, I need the booze. And then he's gonna be like, you can't get the booze.
Booze, please.
Absolutely. I'll just need to see your just ID along with the correct change. We accept no higher than a $20 bill. Do you have any more questions for me? I'm happy to answer them. I don't often get to exercise that programming.
Remind me what happens when the riders show up.
Same thing every time. They buy a few bottles of my cheapest grain alcohol and light a fire in the parking lot. Before long, more riders arrive. And then they party until they pass out.
Yeah, I wonder if I can...
Anything you need, just let me know.
Wait, didn't we already do this?
Sai? Check this out.
What up? Hot dog! A genuine Henry and Betty portrait poster from the 1980s! That must be worth a penny!
Sorry, you lost me.
Betty loves Henry. Henry loves Betty. The show, the comics, the merch.
Sai, I grew up in a forest commune with a bunch of hippies who thought robots were a sign of the moral apocalypse.
Right, I almost forgot your tragic backstory. So, where's your Betty, mister? Is she close to here?
Didn't we already talk about this?
I don't know where my Betty is. Alls I know is she works at a Betty's Diner.
I know, believe me, I dream of eating at a Betty's. Are there any between here and Salt Lake?
There used to be. At one point, there was more than 1,000 Betty's Diners in the Republic. Although, that's decades ago now. Unfortunately, I don't know which are still open or which one my Betty works at. I wrote her a letter about 20 years ago, but I never got around to sending.
Again, I'm just confused. Like, didn't we already do this stuff?
Breaking my heart.
Like, why is it the same thing but again?
We're expecting a delivery sometime next week.
Hey, Henry?
What if I got him to talk about this thing?
About that picture.
Yes?
Can you talk about what it represents?
Well, ma'am, it represents the factory-mandated bond between Betty's and Henry's. For me, personally, it means more than that. It represents my Betty and the everlasting love between us.
Yeah, we already knew that, though, Ken. We literally already did that part. Can I just, like, walk over and take it?
Ma'am, are you trying to steal that bottle?
Yes.
I'm really sorry, Henry, but we need this.
I'm very sorry too, ma'am, and deeply disappointed. I have no choice. I'll have to alert the authorities. Please, stay here until they show up.
I guess the idea is that, like, they're not gonna show up for, like, 3 days, so it doesn't matter. Is there no way for me to get this bottle without, like, literally stealing it? Like, Yes, I was even there last time. Yeah, I know. Combat? No. You, this Henry explained to us that whenever he calls the police, it like takes like a really long time. So I don't want the game to save, but I kind of wonder if like, what if I just said no? What if I did the same thing, but I said no? Because again, it's like, listen, I'm trying to do anything in my power to disagree with what this game is trying to get me to do.
Welcome back.
Can I just equip this thing? No? Alright.
Welcome back. What can I do for you this time, ma'am?
Booze. Give me booze, please.
A bottle of your finest cheap booze, please.
Absolutely. I'll just need to
I guess the non-power way of doing this would be with Theo.
We accept no higher than a $20 bill. Do you have any more
what if I said no? Like, what if I tried stealing the booze and then I said no? And grab the bottle.
Ma'am, are you trying to steal that bottle?
This is where I say no, of course not.
I'm just browsing.
I'll be happy to sell you that bottle if you pay cash and show me your Just ID.
Okay, well that doesn't work. I don't know if I can take any more combat in this game. Okay, what if I distract him and then use Theo? It's the only non-power person I can use. I guess we are required to do it this way. There's no other way we can do it. So just distract him somehow and then get a party member to steal the thing.
Well, ma'am, it represents the factory-mandated bond between Betty's and Henry's.
Theo, accelerant.
For me, personally, it means more than that. It represents my... Sir? Are you trying to steal...
Oh my god.
No, yes. Sorry, Pax.
What the fuck? What is this, man? Really? The only person you can get to do it is your sister? By using her, like, superpower or whatever? Man, come on. I guess I didn't have to redo it, but... You know, I don't want Theo's opinion of me to go down, because he's the only good... Or one of the only good characters in the game, so... Alright.
Welcome back.
Alright. Can I at least, like, talk to my sister first before, like, asking her to steal the thing? Actually, yeah, what if I do the thing and I talk about the alcohol and then I go talk to the group?
Welcome back. What can I do for you this time, ma'am?
Booze.
A bottle of your finest cheap booze, please.
Absolutely. I'll just need to see your Just ID along with the correct change. We accept no higher than a $20 bill.
There's no real reason to avoid using Ziggy's powers. I kind of agree. The only one that's basically morally wrong is screaming at people. Okay, can I talk to you? No, I can't preempt you to do this thing.
Stay here. I might
still can't. Okay, all right. Where would I go? Yeah, I guess it's just we did it correctly.
I'm here if you need me.
This feels more like a puzzle at least. Well, the thing is, like, it's obvious. It's just annoying because, like, I don't want to. I wish there was another way to solve this problem.
Henry?
But it's literally like you have to distract them and you have to use a party power. That's basically it.
Can you talk about what it represents?
Well,
you.
It represents the factory-mandated bond between Betty's and Henry's.
Shit. Okay.
For me,
Pax, Gnome, and Sai all have reasons you'd want to avoid using their powers. Yeah, basically.
My Betty, and the everlasting love between us.
Also, I thought that maybe doing the robot side quest might give you something like a weapon upgrade. Yeah, probably. I don't know. We have yet to talk to the Betty. Yeah, I do wish there was more ways to solve it. Thanks. Alright. Start fire!
What are you doing?
lighting the tire to draw the rider's attention.
You'll lose your eyebrows doing it like that. Give me the bottle.
Is she gonna do it?
Pass me the rag, Theo.
Oh, she's gonna throw a thing.
What are you
Nice.
doing with that?
She's making a very special cocktail.
A very special. Oh, I get it. Cool.
Oh. Wait, I thought she was gonna throw it. Okay. Abrupt cutscene. Do I throw it? Yeah, I understand that. I'm pressing A. I'm pressing buttons. What does it want me to do? Oh my god. Yeah, I know. I have to throw the thing. Is that scripted? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Is that scripted? Yeah, like what the fuck was that? Fucking Looney Tunes ass shit. Yeah, so I can aim it into the center of the tire. So I do this. And aim it into the center of the tire. I guess the idea is I can't aim it into the center of the tire. Oh, and I can't press the throw button. Okay, I see. Okay, I got it. Okay, so I can't press it here by throwing it to the center of the tire. I can't throw it to the side. The only place I can throw it is in this very specific spot. Right, because here it's saying I'm pressing it and it's saying I can't throw it. Over there, I can't throw it. But I can throw it here, so this is fucking scripted. Like, come on. Why even make me do it, dude? Come on.
No, this is bad.
She did start a fire. That was the plan.
Just make it a cutscene. Yeah, exactly.
Pax, I'm just stating that for the record.
Like, why pretend, man? No agency, no mastery. Like, what? Like, what is the point? Like, what's the point? Just make it a cutscene.
I hear something.
Like, buzzing. Bees? Are there bees in the desert? I thought all bees were dead.
Not just bikes. Riders.
Fuck.
What do we do, Pax? Confront them or hide?
Hey, is it really a good idea to go face to face with these idiots?
These
Okay.
bikers aren't the real enemy, are they?
Fight.
I
I'm just gonna wait,
let's
no?
not add insult to injury.
Whatever you guys choose to do, I've got your backs.
Check the fire pit. See who's... We're going in to get some booze from Henry. Anyone need anything I can actually help with?
Andre skipped breakfast.
Again? Dude, most important meal of the day. Hey! Alex, look! It's those psychos from the campsite.
You really hurt my feelings. And my head. I still have a pounding headache.
Would have been better if you if they let you aim it properly and had your character fumble. Yeah, probably.
The last of me.
It's still stupid that
You're
it's
still on my
scripted.
turf. Hope you learned your lesson after last time. You shouldn't have let me walk away.
He said Pax might get hurt, but the alcohol is not going to burst into flames with that much vigor. Yeah, exactly.
I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, should we have like
Are these
ran
the guys
away?
we fought the other night?
What happens if we run away? I don't know if I understood the options. I thought we were trying to contact them so we could be like, hey, by the way, cool biker gang, like...
Who are you? I know you.
Well, it
Alex,
autosaved,
look,
so unfortunately, here we
psychos
are.
From the campsite.
Alright,
You really hurt my feelings.
time to
And my head.
eat the shit out of them, I guess.
Pounding headache.
No one fucks with the pack and gets away with it.
Also, how do I counter things
Thought
again?
you'd seen
Because
the
I don't
last
remember
of
how that
me.
works.
You're still
Steal their
on
bikes,
my
I guess?
turf. Hope you learned
Yeah.
your lesson after last time. You shouldn't have let me walk away.
Maybe killing her beforehand would have let you skip this? Yeah, maybe. How do I
Are
carry?
these the guys we
Oh,
fought
like
the
this,
other
right?
night?
Who can tell with the masks?
I recognize when countered.
That's probably a Forge Rider's playbook.
They have a playbook?
I think
Sorry, just the like you're laughing. Your sister is on fire and you're laughing. She's on fire and you're laughing. I wish John Sekiro said counter on every counter. Oh my god. Do our choices finally have consequences? No, because it wasn't our choice.
these bikers fight better than the
Oh
last
man.
bunch.
At the campsite, those guys had a
Destroy.
cakewalk.
Also, they didn't have Molotovs.
Oh my god.
What's up with that? Throw one cocktail and suddenly everyone's got one.
We started a trend.
Oh, that's cute. Look, they're hugging. Oh, look at how cute that is.
Hey boys, how do you
Wait,
like
what are the
this
consequences? Wait, but we didn't even make any decisions. What do you mean by consequences? Oh, incredible. Look at him go. Oh, you just gotta stand there? Oh, can only one person be locked onto them at a time? Oh, that's so funny. Wait, what do you mean they can't, like, both be locked on at the same time? Oh, they're just gonna casually walk away? Oh, that's crazy. This is quite silly, isn't it? Oh, no! Oh my goodness, oh, we're on fire now. Oh god. I guess keep in mind we are on easy mode, so there's that. We should just do like a complete pacifist run, where we don't do anything. We let everyone else do things. Does that make us a pacifist? Why do allies just not have HP? Yeah, or any kind of downside. Usually the way that you would handle this is that the characters can become incapacitated, and then the boss would start focusing on me instead of my allies. But because the boss is basically only focusing on the allies, I like just can't do anything basically. I really want them to attack so that I can counter. Okay, well obviously I can't counter the fire breath, but I wanted to see if I could. You can parry fire breath in like Monster Hunter, and then I died. What? I just got up again? Really? Oh man. I didn't even have to do anything. I could have literally sat here and died. I could have like gone and yerked it. Wait, who else is who's throwing? Wait, what? Oh, not the guy on the roof.
Let's get to those bikes before these idiots.
Back to the true MMO player just standing in the fire, yeah. You know, like game over screen? I guess not. It might be because we were on easy mode. Why'd you bonk me? We chose easy mode, not literally can't lose mode? Yeah, I know, right?
Whose bright idea?
Oh, you chose to let the leader live, which is why she's back for revenge. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
What cost?
Anyone following us?
Those riders aren't going anywhere.
In that case, why do I hear more bikes?
I don't know, why do you hear more bikes? There's certainly no bikes following us. No yerking it midstream? How do you know if I was not previously yerking it?
What did they say?
Yeah, literally, how would you be able to tell?
Keep it steady, Z. I just found something.
What?
Cocktails that go boom.
Oh, now we can do it. Are they gonna let me actually hit this time? Oh my goodness. I can actually do the thing. Wait, why would they tutorialize it, make you purposefully mess up? Only to actually need to use it later. It doesn't exactly boost my confidence in being able to do the ability. There's my positive reinforcement, huh? Have you yerked it midstream? I don't have to answer that question.
Did you get all of them?
Sure did.
Don't get cocky, okay? We still have a bus to find.
To this game? Absolutely. I'm straight dusting it. And by dusting it, I mean... And by dustborning it, I mean... Alright. What a riveting gameplay segment. I know, right, Etsing. Absolutely riveting.
There it is.
Still in one piece. This is good.
But
We're just killing these people with Molotovs? Yeah, that appears to be the case.
Where's Gnome?
Hopefully still on the bus.
Alright.
Let's be cautious.
Well,
I don't think we have anything to fear from the robots.
I think that's going to be about as much Dustborn as I can handle for today. I said I was only really going to play for 2 hours. We went for 3.5 because I was feeling tired today. But yeah, I mean, okay, like, game basically didn't remember our decisions, felt like weird character dynamics, you know? Again, there was some stuff that wasn't, like, too offensive as far as the actual, like, narrative goes, I guess. Like, some of the side conversations, like, they're not too bad. We're definitely delivering this letter. Very confusing whether they want us to use Vox things or not use them. The combat's bad. The animations, like, the axe-throwing animation, like... Put that axe throwing animation side by side to the like God of War axe throw and just like it's just bad. Now I'm not gonna say that like you need to have good art, right, to like make a compelling game experience, but it's definitely part of it, right? And I think it is discernibly bad in this case. But yeah. So hey. What I'm going to say is, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I think it's the sound design. Lacks weight. The animation as well, I think. Like, sure, the sound design, but there's no... I don't know. I remember seeing a thing about... someone broke down, like, the animation for the God of War axe throw, and it's pretty... it's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to go now. So if you're still here, hey, thanks. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. We'll continue playing Dustborn probably next Monday. Oh, also, I can't really be around on Sunday. So I might be able to do Fire Emblem stuff on Sunday, but only for like a very short amount of time. I'm debating just like not doing it. I guess it depends if... Depends if we have anything to, like, quickly shore up or finish, but I need to basically leave early on Sunday, earlier than normal. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright. Just thought I'd let people know who are here. And watch the Fire Emblem stuff, I guess. So, yeah, alright. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye. More new porn next time. Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, exactly, Nance. That's a good summary. That's definitely basically what we got. Okay, bye for real now.